Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
Yes.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2020.
You bitch ass niggas.
Well, damn.
Another decade. The beginning of a decade. This is episode 164.
164.
Of the iLLogical Sense podcast. This is your boy Busby.
Give me a hell yeah!
And over here is your boy JC No Hats.
And Martine.
Yo, what the fuck is up, man?
We back.
We back.
We is back.
We back. Niners are number one in the fucking division. Fuck the Seahawks. Conference. Whatever.
Well, division and conference.
Fuck the Seahawks.
Boo this man!
Boo that team!
Said it like you were dying and shit.
Like,
Boo that team!
I hate you! Everything cool, man. How's your holidays?
Tell you right now, I am blessed to have a girlfriend, let alone a healthy one. Like, that shit for those 8 days, right after we got off air, was like one of those things where it was like, everything just got put into perspective.
Right.
Larissa got sick, which led to pancreatitis, which then led to kidney failure.
Ugh.
And she was in the hospital for about a week. Actually, a week and a day. The shit wasn't looking good from the jump when she got there. Like, they were talking about dialysis and everything.
Shit.
But every day, it was fortunate by the time she got in there, because every single day they were like, okay, we're going to test dialysis. All right, we don't need it. We'll try again later. Okay, you still don't need it. And by the end of the morning Sunday, they're like, okay, we're going to take the line out of your neck, because we really don't need to do dialysis now. Your kidneys are responding. So
Thank God for that.
yeah. So her parents were down there. My mom, of course, kept going back and forth with her, having her nursing background, to help explain stuff. Her coworkers came through. My sister came through.
Everybody came through.
Yeah. So that was really nice. I mean, down for what she had to spend Christmas through there and stay at the hospital. But, you know, got to celebrate Christmas. That's all that mattered.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I'm saying?
I celebrate because of my family too at the hospital, because some shit's going down over there, which I kind of don't want to get into on here, but just know that my family is healthy, and thanks for all the thoughts and prayers, people that know. If you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, my family was cool. Like, it was cool having Isaiah over, like, just playing games with him and talking to him, shooting the shit, having him on the podcast. That was fun. And then saw Rise of Skywalker.
We all did.
Yeah, we were with you.
Yeah, I know. All of us saw it. Just we get to that in a bit. That was your holiday. Besides the weed.
It was chill, man. I mean, you know how it goes, bruh.
Yep.
Shit. I ain't even gotta tell you.
Yeah.
But there was lots of smoke.
As always.
Yeah, but it was chill, bro. I mean, family came through, you know what I mean? Cooked up some good food.
Well, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Had a good old time.
That's cool.
Yeah, I can say that was the positive about Christmas Day. So I was with Larissa pretty much for about an hour on Christmas morning, and then I went up to my grandparents. The only person that got presents was my little cousin, because he's like 7 or 8 years old. Everybody else, it was kind of like, you know what, we're all
how it was this year,
we just all chilling.
Yeah, it was like, you know what, the family's here, everybody's here, that's all that matters.
Right.
Let's enjoy it. We watched games all day. And then something that I haven't done with my grandpa, let alone my brother, in a while is we all went back up a few days later. We watched college football playoffs together.
Oh,
first time in like a cool minute.
That's what's up.
So that was dope to actually, just go back and spend time and really, really just take advantage of the holiday season without having to worry about shopping
and
or
all that
anything
other
like
shit.
that.
Yeah,
You know what
all
I mean?
the extra bullshit.
Yeah, so that was a highlight. And then, of course, with Larissa being back, we spent New Year's together. Popped open some fucking what was it, apple cider.
Give me a hell yeah!
Cranberry ginger ale.
Damn, y'all did it major.
And we was kicking it with Stars and HBO. the apps, and then we went to the Amazon Prime app, and then we spent an hour watching trailers to
movies?
Horrible black produced movies.
They have Amazon Prime has a plethora of horrible.
Yes. We just watched the trailers of them. And
those are horrible.
Yeah. Some of them were plays.
Shit.
So some of them, they weren't even telling you what was happening. They would just throw you right in a scene for 2 minutes.
Like a clip.
Yeah. And they wouldn't explain anything, and we're just like, the fuck is going on? And she,
what is this?
Yeah, I got the type of girlfriend, she's easily entertained.
Right.
Yeah. So whenever she sees something in 15 seconds that grabs her attention, she's like, nah, I want this. Like, you have to get this app, and we have to watch all these. And I'm like, fam, no. It's not popping.
Nah, for real.
Leave me out of this.
My New Year's was chill. Oh, I actually went out on New Year's.
How'd that go?
Cool. It was fun, actually. Hella fun. Saw the ball drop. I got free drinks.
Nice.
They know me. And I was like, when they're paying arm and leg, I had to pay. I think I paid like half price. I was like, for show.
Yep.
And then I got, what's it called, low-key free drinks and like hella discounts. So I'd have to pay that much. Shit, got some muchos. Of course, the muchos. Gotta get the muchos.
Yep. Gotta get the muchos.
And I went home. Got home like around 2:00 and shit like that. Oh man, I took the bus. I took the bus for the first time in like years because it was on New Year's it's free.
Yeah.
I was gonna call an Uber because I was thinking it's like 130, 230.
Shit, that motherfucker was
My God, I saw
10.
them prices. I saw $70. I was like,
whoa.
They deleted that fucking app right off my phone.
I was like,
Disrespectful ass son of a bitch.
it was like the death row laugh. Yeah.
No.
Like I said, not induced deuce.
Not induced deuce. I took that bus. Took me right to the mall and shit. Called that Uber. It said $6.99. I'm like, that's what the fuck I thought.
Yeah.
But
That's more like it.
yeah. But then after that, I just been chilling. I've been binging the Marvel movies on Disney Plus. In order too, like in timeline order. So I start on Captain America, then Captain Marvel and shit.
Right.
And I've been watching that, and I'm like, damn, these movies are great. Only thing that sucks is I gotta go out the way to find fucking Homecoming and shit. To complete the cipher.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for everything to leave Netflix and get on there, and then I'll start watching.
They already took shit off Disney Plus. That's the thing that's trash right now. They took off Home Alone 1, 2.
Oh, I ain't concerned with that. I'm just speaking on the Marvels.
Oh, the Marvels.
I'm just waiting for them to take the Marvels off of Netflix.
The only thing that's left is Spider-Man. That's the Spider-Man movies.
No, isn't the Black Panther stuff there, isn't it?
Black Panther, Infinity War, and Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah.
Infinity War, and Ant-Man and Wasp goes on there in June.
Yeah.
I know that because it literally says that on Disney Plus. They'll be here in June.
Right.
What?
So like when for me, I think July is actually a perfect time to do that. Just kill them all in July.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, where do you want to start? Because shit happened as soon as we got off the fucking air. I just thought, it's the holidays. Everything shut down. Only thing that's going to happen is movies and basketball games.
No.
Let's start off where we left off, man.
Somebody did
Where
this.
did we start off? We left a list. We had a list.
Tekashi 6ix9ine, boy.
Oh, him.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
That guy.
What happened?
So when we left,
I heard he's locked up.
we were all under the impression this man had beat the system, beat the case.
Yeah.
He was a free man.
They were talking like he was about to be a free man.
We was gonna get
Everybody was saying.
Yeah, we was gonna get a New Year's Day I'm Back song.
It was.
We thought that's what was gonna take place, but Judge Paul A. Engelmeyer, motherfucker was serving bars and said no. When I say serving bars,
what did he say?
I gotta give it to this man.
You wrote down what he said?
No, I didn't write it down, but just basically he held this man accountable and basically was saying, yeah, that's fine. You wasn't technically gang until it was time to be gang. But you was still gang. Motherfucker was getting shot at because of you.
Like, you was still calling shots.
You was still calling shots.
You was making music videos with these motherfuckers.
You were taunting them. You are a grown-ass man. You call yourself a kid. You were still a grown-ass man. So for that, you about to be in jail for, how much, 11 months?
Nah, he said 2 years total.
And I've been waiting,
My
baby.
favorite bar,
Booty man.
my favorite bar from that was when he said, he said, I saw the memes on social media. I took them in light. They were funny. Bruce Springsteen, he also sang about Murder Inc., but you really joined Murder Incorporated. And I was like, yo, this motherfucker, he practiced this shit in the mirror.
He
had to, yeah.
He was on with the. He was like the Eminem in 8 Mile.
Had the flashcards on the fucking podium and shit.
When they make the 6ix9ine movie, he is now a prime character in that.
Speaking of the 6ix9ine
yeah.
documentary, Snapchat actually has a 6ix9ine documentary that's actually hosted by fucking academics. I only watched the first episode.
Go figure.
I watched kind of like a clip of the first episode, and they made academics made him out to be like he's like
a martyr.
Yeah, and I just turned that shit off. I'm like, I ain't gonna watch.
Is Angie Martinez a part of that?
No. I saw Adam 22 and a few of 6ix9ine's people. I'm like, nah, that's not the one that's gonna be on Spotify. This
that's okay. Thank you. That's
this
Spotify.
one's on Snapchat.
Right.
And I was like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't the one I want.
Yeah.
Give me what I want.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they, he's still in jail, and I'm actually amazed. I was amazed as I read everything in real time, thanks to the Inner City Press. Shout out to them, man.
Yeah.
They held that down.
So pretty much, good news
second
is
time, right?
Yeah.
The good news is he's in jail for 11 months, but the bad news is it's time served. That's fucked up.
I wouldn't say it's bad news.
I know that's fucked up to say.
I'm not gonna call it bad news. You know, he did provide a service to the community.
No, I'm talking to the people. Like he pretty much, it's time served. And
yeah. So his 13 months are gonna get credited, have been credited, and I think the earliest he can get out is July. And then latest will be like November. December.
And he has to be supervised. He has to do community service. And yeah, if it's supervising community service, I don't think he could be back in like music anytime soon. He needs to be the lowest of all keys.
I was just gonna say, man, if he does jump into music right away,
I mean, he has a contract waiting
he'll be
for
alive,
him.
bro.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, like, I get that, I understand that, but I'm saying if he jumps back into it right away, I don't know how long dude's gonna be alive. That's just crazy.
Yeah, that was another funny thing. The judge was bringing up all that shit too.
Yeah,
I'm like, I know you signed a new deal.
I know, but I don't know how you're gonna. And you still,
and you still opted not to go into witness protection. You know, I mean, hey, you do what you want to do. Like he was putting all his shit out,
pretty much,
so everybody knew it wasn't a rumor. Like, the judge was saying, "No, I know what you're doing, and that's fine." But you still have to get these bars.
Oh boy, even 6ix9ine even wrote like a damn quote unquote heartfelt letter to him and everything too.
Yeah.
Like he was really trying to play off. He was really trying to do his little Jedi mind trick so he could try to troll his way out.
No.
Nah, you staying your ass in there.
Yeah, rightfully so. I mean, sure, you can't be having motherfuckers put hits on cats and
think you could get away with that shit,
and then run around saying, "Nah, they manipulated me." No,
you did that on camera.
Nah,
you did that on camera. Niggas are locked up. Niggas are in jail. Niggas are locked up.
Like, these are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah,
these are not the droids you're looking for.
You will go back to your cell.
You will go back to your cell. That shit works.
Take your ass over there.
Yeah.
They're waiting.
Other than that, 6ix9ine is in jail for the time being. So,
I got 20 bars.
Don't drop the soap.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
do you guys care about the Rick Rubin Andre 3000 interview?
I listened to that. That was a good interview. That was really, really good. I wish it lasted longer, but that was a good interview. Damn, that happened too? Shit.
There was a lot of shit, man.
I know.
There was a lot of shit.
Literally kicked off right when we left, which we kind of expected.
Did you listen to it?
Yeah, I did. I've never been one where, Andre 3000 needs to drop a rap album. Like, the time's passed in my eyes, but I still see a lot of people keep bringing that up.
They keep putting them in their top 5 and shit.
So the fact that he brought up that he feels...
He's insecure about it.
Yeah, he's really insecure about it,
right.
and he's not in that mind frame.
I mean, I'm happy he said that shit.
Yeah, to me...
seriously.
To me, I saw it, and the first thing that came to my mind was like, you ain't even got to come back. Protect your heart, 3 Stacks, protect your heart.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
And that's where I stood with it. You know, it's like you don't have anything to prove. Your legacy is with Outkast.
Period.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with that legacy. Arguably the greatest group to come from hip hop.
And you dropped the greatest solo album with The Love Below that got maybe hip hop its only album of the year at the Grammys. Maybe, possibly. So
yeah, I mean, the legacy is, again, there's nothing wrong with being attached to a group. I feel like a lot of people always try to separate him out.
Because Big Boy dropped how many albums? 3 albums?
He's dropped 3 or 4.
4?
Shit.
Just Outkast list albums? It's just
Outkast
list. That's what it is. It's literally an Outkast album without Andre.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all it is. So
they're fucking good though too. Man.
Oh, they're good,
Yeah.
but it's
Don't get me
literally an
wrong,
Outkast
those
album.
albums are really good.
Like when you listen to Speaker Box, it's literally an Outkast album without Andre.
Yeah.
You listen to Love Below, it's some super other shit. And I love that damn album, by the way. But that was a good...
I'm in the middle with that album.
Love Below?
I'm in the small minority. I'm in the middle.
I'm right there with you.
Well, fuck both y'all.
Some days it's cool, and then other days I'm just like, let me get the speaker box off.
I listen to the Love Below a lot more because that album literally paved the way for, I guess, 808s in a way, and that gave Kanye the courage and all that other shit.
I recognize the significance. It just, I don't know.
Yeah,
I really don't like listening to Andre without rappers. You know what I'm saying? Because he's such a dope lyricist.
Yeah. So
I feel like they bring out the best of him. And that's not to say I don't like him going outside the box and trying new things. It's just,
yeah, it's what it is.
I mean, I'll step out on a ledge. To me, Big Boy's better, personally.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
I see why?
I can definitely see that.
I don't understand people that say that he's like they're in their top 5 the best rappers, and you say, okay, name me an Andre 3000 album, and that would not call The Love Below, and
nobody can do it.
Nobody can because it hasn't happened. Like, come on, bro.
Motherfuckers bring up all the great features and everything. I'm like, okay, that's.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
If you want to bring up Andre 3000 in the feature topic, sure, let's talk about it.
Yeah, he's undefeated on that.
Yeah, I just can never understand why people don't put. It's like they focus more on bar for bar rapping versus catalog to show who the best rapper is.
Because biasism,
right.
they don't want to be biased and they don't want to be proven wrong.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm a catalog type guy. I need that backing.
Speaking of, it's like a saga, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of sagas, let's talk about this shit. Star Wars, nigga. I guess. that was literally the last thing we talked about was Rise of Skywalker, and I was low key excited. I watched the spoilers. I read about the spoilers, and so I knew about what the ending was going to be. Oh yeah, spoilers.
If they haven't seen it by now, bro.
I mean,
you know how this shit goes.
Yeah, of course.
Fuck that.
We usually break this shit after 3 days. We've been gone for 2 weeks now.
Seriously,
they made billions of dollars and shit, of course. But Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker was the last movie of the Skywalker saga. I read the spoilers even before the movie came out. I was like, okay, let's see what's gonna lead into the ending. Because I wasn't mad about it. I knew other people were gonna be mad. Y'all say what y'all say first.
It was cool. I'll take it for what it was.
Yeah. No, I mean, personally, I didn't mind it. Like, it wasn't bad, like some people think.
Okay.
Man, keep it a bean. I went into this trilogy like, why is there another trilogy? You know what I mean? So, to me, it was like...
Okay.
It was like, all right.
I was just like, all right, it's a new story. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's Star Wars, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you've seen the first one. You got to see the last one.
Yeah.
See, with me, this wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It certainly, as hell, was not good. It was literally disappointingly mediocre. This was supposed to be the last movie of the Skywalker saga, of the whole story, and they gave us bleh.
Like, be clear on who gave it. Because you got to be clear.
Disney gave it.
Because J.J. Abrams tried to give us everything.
Oh, I know. I'm going to get to that.
And
I'm going to get to that. I call this the Disney trilogy. That's what the Disney sequel trilogy. Because this shit left a very bitter taste in my mouth. It was the anti-Endgame for me. Like how excited I was about Endgame. Nah, I felt when we walked out the theater after I saw it the first time, it was kind of silence.
You was pissed, bro.
I was.
You were not silent.
You were not silent. I thought you were silent.
Before, when we literally first walked out and we were walking down the hallway. And then the first
you were not silent.
Listen, no.
They heard you behind us. They were responding to you.
Listen, no. Listen, the first thing JC said was, I feel like my intelligence was messed with. And I was like, exactly!
And you call that silent.
No. It was silent at first when we walked out. And then when JC said what he said, I was like, exactly. Because first off, they didn't explain how Palpatine came back.
Before you get to that, I just want to explain to the people. You say it was silent. It was literally from the time we walked out the theater to when I said, okay, I feel like my intelligence was insulted. And you said, exactly. It was literally the moment we stepped out the theater, which wasn't that long.
And no, it wasn't that long. That's what I meant.
So that's what Martine is saying.
Out of the theater, bro.
Okay, walked out of the hallway. You know, the premises, okay? Anyway, they did not explain how Palpatine came back. Because we all saw Return of the Jedi. We saw what Vader did. Picked that old nigga up and threw him over the fucking railing. And he exploded. And then literally the first 5 minutes, they had Palpatine and there he was.
Kicking it too.
Chilling. Like, I died once. What?
But But now I'm back
How?
to fulfill the prophecy.
What prophecy?
I was like, damn, the prophecy. The prophecy's still going?
Like Soldier Boy prophecy?
Shit. Eddie!
Anakin? But then Anakin, you know, whatever. And then during like the first 10 minutes, it was just going and going and going and going. People just kept talking and talking. I'm like, yo, slow the fuck down. The scene after scene after scene after scene.
Yeah, I will say that it did feel kind of rushed in the beginning.
Like they were rushing the shit out of that. All of a sudden, Rey is just floating now. I'm like, oh, so Jedis can float now? All right.
Was it the best way I brought it to you guys? I was like, is it me or this movie moving like you got served in terms of script wise? Like the shit's just moving very, very quickly, and you know, it's kind of like, yeah, fuck you if you came
here with common sense.
Yeah, fuck you.
Pretty much.
You should have watched it an hour before you came in. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Damn.
Fuck you. Even with the hyperspace shit with the Millennium Falcon, it was like, fuck you, we're on another planet. Fuck you, we're on another planet.
Well, he said he was doing that though.
I know, but that's how it felt.
Oh, like that's what you're saying about the whole the beginning. Okay, gotcha.
So then I was just sitting there, I was like, all right. And Rose, if y'all liked Rose the Last Jedi, they gave her the Jar Jar treatment. They just put her to the fucking side. Like, oh, you want to come with us?
No.
I'm gonna stay here with Leia, a hologram Leia, by the way. Yeah, Leia's in it, of course. And how they did that, first off, kudos to the technology.
Finn found his ebony queen. Said, fuck you, Rose. The fuck away from me.
All Finn did was just scream Rey's name. Rey! Rey! Nigga Rey's in the middle fighting Kylo, and this nigga just running out there.
Yeah.
You were like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. The motherfucker just run out there. I'm like, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Just screaming her name over and over.
Rey! Rey!
What's Rachel? Rachel!
Oh my god.
Rey! Michael!
Get a switch!
Rey!
You're horrible, man.
But still, and then it just keeps going and going, and then just shit just kept happening, and I'm just sitting there, and I got that like sinking feeling, like this isn't. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? And it was just a whole bunch of what the fucks. What the fuck? I kept saying, get the fuck out of here. Like when when the ship was trying to fly away, and then Rey used the Force to stop it, and then electricity came out, and I was just like, oh, so this is what we're doing. And yeah, she didn't do that shit again.
Yeah, never revisited.
That's true.
They never revisited what Finn was gonna say.
They put Chewbacca on one of them ships,
and we
never saw what ship it was. There was never a mention of a second ship.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
seriously,
Chewie's just there, just kicking it,
and we're just like, wait a minute. What
you did? Didn't you?
Then they get inside. What is it? The new reformed Death Star.
Yeah.
The fuck it is.
The Super Destroyer, Star Destroyer.
And then the Imperial Master, whatever. He's now turned out to be the spy. And I'm like, okay, that works, but no. All right.
And he said, I don't care. But
and then they kill that motherfucker like literally like 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
He's dead. No. And I'm like,
or then when 3PO gets his memory erased, and then he's like, oh, what are you doing, 3PO? I'm just taking one last look at my friends. I'm like, you don't even know these niggas.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? These niggas don't know you. The fuck? And then his memories get erased. And then for a good, 10-15 minutes, his memory's gone. And R2 just...
Then he's Sith CPO.
Yeah. He's Sith No, he becomes B3PO. Because all the eyes all red.
That works.
Yeah.
That works.
And then all of a sudden, like, he loses his memory. And then he doesn't remember nothing. And then 3PO just re-uploads his fucking memory. But a funny thing that I've noticed, they said that he uploaded his memory from the Force all the way up to the Force Awakens. He doesn't remember the shit that happened in Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But he wasn't in Last Jedi like that. So, I guess.
I mean, for me, the only consistent in this was Kylo.
I guess, yeah.
AKA Ben, because he reforms back to Ben.
Yeah.
But then remember when they broke the mask, but then they restructured the mask. It was like, literally, this whole shit was like a diss record to fucking The Last Jedi. This movie was a diss record to The Last Jedi. We're trying to retcon everything that happened in The Last Jedi. Yeah, no, all that shit that happened, forget about that shit.
But for me, every scene that Kylo was in, I was cool with.
Yeah, that kind of made sense.
He stole the show for me. Which is a lot, because remember when the trilogy first started, everybody was calling him a bitch.
He still was a bitch.
Nah, man. You can't be a bitch and take them shots he did and just pump your shit.
Oh, yeah.
Keep going.
Oh, yeah. That was important.
Let's fucking go!
He was doing that shit. That was
I had a ruptured kidney and then went back out in the fourth quarter and was getting sack after sack. know what I'm saying? Ain't no bitching you.
Or, okay, and then with Finn, he kept saying, like, what was he saying?
Rey.
Like, I gotta tell. Well, of course.
That's all he kept saying was Rey.
No, but he said he had something to tell Rey, remember?
Yeah.
He had something to tell. Like, I got something to tell you.
He's in love with her.
No, that's not it. J.J. Abrams said
yeah, that's what J.J. Abrams said. Like I said, J.J. Abrams tried.
Oh, man.
He tried, and they just wouldn't let him.
Pretty much what it was, supposedly, according to J.J. Abrams, he was going to tell Rey that he's force sensitive.
Yeah.
Remember the parts where he kept saying, like...
Oh, okay, yeah.
And there was going to be...
So the fact that he pulled up the lightsaber, it would have made sense because no other person can maneuver it.
And he was maneuvering pretty good. And he was maneuvering pretty good on Kylo for a minute until he got sliced up.
Yeah, he just went up against the Sith Master.
Or whatever the fuck he is.
And then all of a sudden, they just throw in Lando.
Oh, seriously?
No, me and Isaiah were making fun of that shit. Every time you saw Lando, he was just laughing like he had a cigar in his mouth.
Every single time.
He had a cigar in his mouth.
Yeah.
Like he had a fucking cigar in his mouth, the Millennium Falcon. Han Solo said, over my dead body. Look who dead now, nigga.
You dead and they got my shit back, motherfucker. Colt 45 does it every time.
All he had was a cigar and a Colt 45 driving the Millennium Falcon. Doesn't he look like that's all he needed was a cigar. Me and Isaiah made that a whole joke the whole time he was out here, just just the fuck. That's all he did.
Gender neutral.
No, he said that was fake.
Gender fluid.
Gender fluid. Yeah.
No, but another scene they said how they were going to go back to Finn, how he was force sensitive. They were saying like there was going to be a scene where he literally moved something with the force, like, and then they edited it out and they replaced him with BB-8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, let's get to the coup de grace of this shit. So apparently, Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter. First things first, who the fuck Palpatine fuck?
Remember, he didn't always look like that.
Palpatine fuck.
Who the fuck Palpatine fuck? Sounds like a rap lyric.
Like an Eminem lyric.
I know, right?
Remember, he didn't always look like that.
I guess.
That's true.
And then, yeah, he did.
It ain't like
an
alien. He is what we perceive as a human, even though it's not what they may call
something else.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. That's the Force lightning coming back.
He is a humanoid, though.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that gets revealed. And then she goes up to him, and Palpatine just sitting there with getting hanged on by fucking, I don't know what the fuck he's getting hung on by, ropes and shit.
By a fucking thread.
Literally. But real. He still has powers and shit. And apparently, I rewatched it again with Isaiah, and I guess the dude from The Hobbit was the one that revealed. But he said hella quick, how do you come back? I don't know, cloning. That's all he said. Yeah. And then he just moved right the fuck on.
Yeah, so it's like, they would throw it out and they would never revisit
at all.
Yeah.
That's how I felt my intelligence was getting messed with. Like, you can do this in other movies, but you don't do this shit in Star Wars, nigga.
Yeah, but when you said it though, after the movie, like you brought up the episode 3, right? Mm-hmm. Where he mentioned that to Darth Vader.
That made sense. Right. That kind of
I was like, okay, if it's a throwback to that, I could ride with it.
With him
that was good enough.
Yeah. With him healing and shit, I could say that one. I could kind of get away with that one because it made sense. But just at least explain to the audience how you're able to do this. And then, like, the final battle, Kylo goes back to the light side because Leia decides to, I'm going to reach out to my son and just say Ben and then die.
Yeah.
Not even that, just fucking dissolve and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Where'd she go?
And then just, I'm dead. And then all of a sudden Han Solo just comes back. Like, they cut the check to Harrison Ford because he said he was never coming back.
Ben. Ben.
hey kid, that's what he said. At that point, I was shocked they didn't age Harrison Ford. I was like, you might as well just do that.
Yeah.
So Luke comes back as a Force ghost and raises the X-wing with the Force, even though it was like a full circle moment because Yoda did that in Empire Strikes Back.
It was just a lot of shit when they started this off. They're like, oh yeah, we're not following any canon, and then they did this. They're like, well, don't you remember in the canon? And we're like,
but you said the canon didn't.
All right, okay.
Anyway, the final battle was just kind of just weak because
we never really got introduced to the Knights of Ren.
Because they got sliced up by Ben.
Like, there was just, they kind of teased them throughout this whole trilogy, and then they finally get there, and then they just easy to get...
They're like Boba Fett. They're the Boba Fett of this series. They just get sliced up by Ben.
We never really got to enjoy the Born Troopers.
because they died.
You know what I'm saying? Like
The Born Troopers.
Yeah, that's what they are.
They were there for like 10 seconds, and all of a sudden they got wiped out. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers riding on horses on the Star Destroyer shit. Like, that made any fucking sense.
Finn and his Ebony Queen, like, we know there's going to be a Disney Plus spinoff on that.
Or
So
maybe
it's like,
just,
all right.
maybe just on the Ebony Queen.
Lando and... yeah. Lando, them trying to find her where she comes from. We know that's going to be a Disney Plus spinoff.
And then the ending when... Oh, yeah, because what's his name? Palpatine did the whole Force lightning on the whole fucking troop, right? So all of a sudden, Rey's just laying there, dead, or about to die. He's like, dead, about to die. And she calls out for the Force for all the Jedi, and you hear all the voices. You hear Samuel L. Jackson saying, "Get up, motherfucker." Literally, those words. Yeah. Get up, motherfucker. You hear you hear Qui-Gon Jinn, you hear both old and young Obi-Wans. Like, that makes any sense, but whatever.
Seriously. That one blew my mind.
You heard fucking Clone. You heard chick from Clone Wars. You heard You heard Freddie Prinze Jr.
Heard Yoda say, "Get up, bitch, you must."
Get up, bitch, get up, you must. Heard Yoda. It was like that would have been a cool scene if we would actually, you even heard Anakin, Hayden Christensen. It would have been a dope scene if we actually saw the Jedis. That would be pretty dope. Like, you remember in Last Jedi when she saw her reflection? That would have been dope. You saw like a whole world, the entire Jedis. That would have been fucking fire. But did they do that?
No.
Oh, that's too much money. We don't got fucking Marvel money like that.
But were they going to do that?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
No, that was actually in the J.J. Abrams cut.
So this is how fucked up it was, because Disney wanted that love story between Rey and Kylo, so they're always connected. Of course.
Apparently, allegedly, on the Reddit, gotta make that clear for the people.
No, I'm not giving them the fuck. I didn't read it off Reddit. This is some shit that I know that. Like I said, I got friends that are hardcore.
So this is exclusive.
Not hard, but I got friends that are diehard Star Wars fans.
Oh,
so they're going
shit.
to find. They're going to find the truth at some point. So the J.J. Abrams never wanted the love story between the two of them.
Never.
He didn't want that to. He always wanted them to be connected. Just not in that way.
Gotcha.
His stance was that Kylo was going to return. And then in the midst of all that, when Rey looked over and saw him behind him or something like that, it was going to be all the former Jedi. To show that he was the representation of all. And he was the one again. Yeah.
He was a Skywalker.
Yeah.
Because it's called the Rise of Skywalker. And of course, you would think Ben Solo, his last name is Skywalker.
Yeah.
Nickel.
Sort of.
Well,
I mean, one's a Palpatine, one's a Skywalker.
Sort
of. Anyway, so that happens, and she gets the two lightsabers, and then Palpatine uses the electricity again to try to get her, but she blocks him with both of the lightsabers, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm weak," and then he dies.
Yep.
So two lightsabers.
I mean, I understand like the symbolism of it. You know what I mean? Because it was Leia and Luke's lightsaber. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was Anakin's.
Was it Anakin's?
Yeah.
It was Anakin's. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But Luke had that one too in A New Hope.
Empire. Whatever.
Yeah. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand the symbolism of it. But it was like, dude, that was fucking weak. That was the one thing that really fucking irked my nerves.
Yeah.
Especially when I was talking about it with my cousin. I was just like, that shit did not make sense.
And then she died. Then Ben comes back. And then he gives his life force, literally his life force, to Rey. And then he died. And then they kiss. And he says, "I busted my nut. I'm dead." And then he dies. And then he disappears. Leia disappears. And then they all come back. And I think that was the scene when I really knew this movie was like blah to me. Was when everyone came back and they're all hugging and shit like that. I knew because I had no connection to the characters. Like, at all. Endgame, when you saw Tony die, that was an emotional scene because you literally grew up with the characters and shit like that. You felt it. This one, I felt nothing.
It was just, again,
didn't care.
It just goes back to the fact that there's like, I mean, all this wasn't needed in the first place. But if you want to do another trilogy, that's cool. But they skipped the heart and they just went for the CGI. This is, in my opinion, worse than the prequel trilogy.
It's getting up there
because
off rip.
Because at least in the prequel trilogy, you were still connected to these characters.
And George Lucas had a plan throughout the shit.
Yeah, this one was like, I forget who the woman in charge of
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, like she was going for full blown feminism empowerment and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, that's cool. We can work with that, but you have to work with that in the grand scheme of things. It can't be, this is one feminism featuring Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it can't be that.
You can't. Right. Nah. And then the ending, which really left a bitter taste in my mouth, kind of. She goes back to Tatooine and buries Luke and Leia's lightsabers, and then someone's like, oh, who are you? Oh, yeah, and Rey has a new gold lightsaber because she's Jesus.
The white or the silver one.
I thought it was gold.
Nah, it's the white or the silver one.
I thought that's a gold to me.
Nah, it's because in canon, I think it's white or silver, whatever.
Whatever the fuck that shit is. And all of a sudden,
different.
She goes, oh, who are you? Oh, I'm Rey. Rey who? Like, why the fuck would I want to know your last name?
Okay.
Oh, I'm Rey Skywalker. No. No, you're Palpatine, bitch. No. This should be called the Rise of Palpatine.
Oh, yeah, that was another thing. Palpatine killed her parents, which was his son and daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
And, they were protecting her the whole time. We never understood how that took place, but...
Whatever.
Like I said, it was for me, it was just like... I didn't feel either you just, like... You because just would not let it go.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, it's like go now until I brought it up again. Because now I'm kind of just like, whatever. Because now this is by far... You know, Last Jedi had fan split. This literally has... Everybody just split. This is literally the most what's it called? When it comes to Rotten Tomatoes, this is right down there with fucking Phantom Menace. Yeah, Phantom Menace was at 54%. This is at 57%.
Yeah.
So, and the fans, some fans love it, others legit hate it. Whatever. They butchered the landing. That's pretty much how I looked at it. This did not have a bow on it like Endgame did.
That's basically how I see it.
It did not have a bow.
Yeah.
So to me, everything ended at the return of the fucking Jedi. The end. And that's it. Fuck that Chief Keef shit. That's it. That's
the big bonanza.
Huh?
The big bonanza.
What's that from?
I think it's from Black Dynamite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, they say they're gonna do like the New Republic and shit like that, and that's gonna take place 500 years before the. Anyway, have a fucking plan, because clearly you motherfuckers did not have a plan going into this movies. Y'all just made up shit.
You know what the plan was?
Fuck shit
number
up.
one. They went number one. That's just their way of saying we could do whatever the fuck we want, and you're gonna come back and you're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Any fucking way. So
that's the sad part. You know the Disney shit, the Galaxy's Edge. You know that's canon too.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
the new part.
Really?
That's canon.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, if they were going to do all this, they might as well have just went with the Solo twins.
Yeah,
just kept it at that.
Or how about you just left all the books and and shit that came out, the books, video games, all that shit that came out before Disney bought the shit. Just use that. Don't say, oh no, that's not canon no more.
I mean, they served this to them. I mean, this is literally blowing a 3-1 lead. You
Literally,
had everything ready to go for you. All you had to do was just play your role.
Yeah.
But the only thing that was canon was the prequel trilogy and Clone Wars, and then they added all the other shit. Now they literally gotta make up shit now. They can't rely on. I'm serious.
I know, but it's just funny when you think about it. Like now they gotta make shit up.
Only thing they can rely on is the Skywalker saga with Mandalorian and the Obi-Wan Kenobi shit. Then that's it. That's going to be a limited series too, so that's going to be done.
Motherfucker's going to be at the creative table. Hold on. I got it. Hold on. Remember Boba Fett, right?
You know Jabba the Hutt? Remember Jabba?
Yeah.
Oh, Jabba, don't say that. They'll make a Jabba the Hutt fucking prequel series.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You remember Boba Fett, right?
Yeah.
You remember Jabba the Hutt?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the guy sitting at the table with them, let's focus on a story about him.
Oh my God.
Well, what led to him going to the palace?
Yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
You're genius. Whatever. They got Kevin Feige, and Kevin Feige probably has an idea. So now there's a reason why the fucking Game of Thrones niggas kind of backed out. Because they probably saw, so you want us to make up more shit? You saw what we did.
Last time we made shit up. We still can't go on Twitter because of that.
Yeah, you want to fuck up Star Wars?
Yeah.
No. We out. Right? Michael? And them niggas said flat out that we out. Like old boy said, my contract is up. I ain't coming back after this.
Yeah.
Old girl said, I ain't coming back after this. Everyone said, I ain't coming back after this.
Nobody wants to be associated with this.
So it's
that
tells
part
you.
Is sad.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. They got Harrison Ford to come back. They got everybody. Everyone that they could.
If you were a part of everything leaked before this,
yeah,
you're kind of looking at it like, okay, I'm gonna get another royalty. If you had no connection before and you just did it and you seen how the response is, like, nah, you tell them my agent do not make
I follow some of
nah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I follow the Star Wars fandom on Twitter, kind of, and I see how fucking these entitled ass motherfuckers. I thought wrestling Twitter was wild. These entitled ass motherfuckers, like, dude, you know these motherfuckers are made up, right? Shit.
Oh no, not to them.
It's life.
Yeah, that's just real life.
I will say this though, like Star Wars does have an impact on people's lives.
I can understand
that. You know what
that.
I mean? So from that aspect, I get it.
Yeah.
But even then, like you guys are saying, it's all fucking made up.
Yeah,
Made
no,
up.
Star Wars
Like,
has created its own community.
Yeah, for
Literally.
sure.
Like,
Same with
for
the
sure.
Trekkies. They're like the Trekkies, but Trekkies know they had that Picard shit coming out on CBS. I might actually watch that shit.
Trekkies are smart asses.
Yeah. Cause
And I don't mean that like, you know, intelligent more than that. I mean like they're little
'Cause
smart asses.
Star
Like
Trek is
they're there to
focuses-
troll Star Wars fans.
Star Trek is focusing more on the science of the shit.
Yeah.
Star Wars is the fucking fantasy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
whatever. They really butchered this shit. This is that movie was the anti-Endgame. I gotta see this shit with Edgar tomorrow. He really wants to see this shit. And this is the first time for a Star Wars movie I'm just like, nah, I don't want to see this shit again. Last time I felt that way was for Batman and Superman.
Yep.
Anyway.
Speaking of fuck this up, did y'all watch the Kevin Hart docuseries?
Yes, I did.
Don't fuck this up.
Hey. What you thought? I like this shit.
I took it for what it was.
Yeah, same
You know
here.
what I mean? Like he produced it, so I knew it was.
You got that Netflix bag.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he was gonna, and not in a bad way. I mean, they give you a bag to make yourself look better in the light?
Yeah.
Why the fuck
Or
wouldn't you
made him
do
look
it? You know what I
worse.
mean?
Take that.
Or made him look worse, depending on how you looked at it.
I looked at it like he took it at a standpoint to not only, in a way, clean up with the shit that got caused over the last few years, but it was also a way to show that he's human too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
It was like, what, 4 episodes, right?
6, I think.
Or like half hour, all the episodes like half
Yeah,
hour,
like half
40
hour
minutes.
episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, those were really good, and what followed and everything that he went through. I thought it was gonna be a stand-up until I was like, oh, so
Right.
you're gonna really show what you went on backstage.
Yeah.
And it was cool when you see everything that he has his hands on. Like,
I have a newfound respect for him. You know, I'm not necessarily one that's gonna run to the movie theaters every time he drops a movie.
Right.
I'm not even one that's gonna run to the streaming service to go stream the stand-up.
Yeah.
Right.
Even though I'm more privy to go see the stand-up before the films.
Yeah.
But I will say, in seeing just what a year in the life of Kevin Hart now looks like, I have a newfound respect for
Like, I knew
he is doing every
Everything.
fucking thing. He will go write. As soon as he gets done writing, he'll go do an interview. Then he has an hour and a half to go get ready to go to the stand-up, to go to the show.
Yeah.
Then when he gets off, he's probably got a couple hours to sleep. Then when he wakes up, he's working out. Then he has his weekly Sirius XM show. So he does
Did you
that.
see those microphones they used?
Yeah.
Those were dope ass. I was thinking, man, we should use those.
Yeah, those look
like it looks like headsets. They're pretty much like headsets,
Yeah,
pretty
okay.
much. And they have them all connected. I was like, huh.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. I was like, how much the motherfucker?
Yeah. I was like, yeah.
What that hitting for?
What's that? How much those cost, Kevin?
Yeah. But no, yeah.
Come on, that's Kevin Hart though,
Yeah,
man. Like,
you know,
and Sirius XM. Like,
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
You know, seeing that.
I didn't
and
even know he had his own like radio show on Sirius.
Yeah, because it was the Laugh Out Loud.
the Laugh Out Loud. YouTube. I thought that was just his YouTube channel, but nah.
Yeah, it's his own and then he has his Heartbeat Productions.
Heartbeat Productions. Yeah.
So just seeing everything and how it all plays out, and then him explaining why. I think that was the most important thing.
Yeah.
Was the reasoning why, which was I saw my mom work her ass
To give me what I needed.
to give me what I needed and to make sure I wasn't in trouble like his older brother, which his brother now works in
With him.
partnership with him.
Yeah.
Because his brother's a barber, if I'm not mistaken. He owns his own shop, and then he does some stuff with him. But just the fact that he saw it, and his whole thing is, I do so much because I don't want to go back to that,
Shit.
and nothing's ever guaranteed.
Right.
So I could lose this shit tomorrow. I don't want to go
Literally.
back to that.
And he worked. And he saw.
Makes sense to me.
It just reminds me of when I first met Kevin Hart. This was like years ago when Soul Plane came out, and he was at Juneteenth in downtown San Jose. He was going to be at the Improv, and I remember I was just literally in the crowd. He did like a little 10-minute set because he was just promoting for his improv show, and he was doing his set. He wasn't like Kevin Hart who he is now, so he was kind of working on some shit. So he was all talking about how short he was. Like, yeah, you hella short. Yeah, I'm short. Y'all remember y'all see Soul Plane? Everyone clapped. He's like, y'all lying like a motherfucker. Y'all didn't see that. Y'all bootlegged it. And then he's like, yeah, I'm hella short. Like, everyone's taller than me. He's like, you're right there, pointing right at me. This is back when I was 19. I was like 6'2" back then. So I walk up there, and he just looks up like, oh, you Shaquille O'Neal ass. Literally looks up at me. He's like, how old are you? I was like 19. He's like, 19. You grown ass man. But yeah, he was hella cool. He was hella cool. And then I saw him go up back to his crew that you saw in the fucking documentary, and they were passing out flyers, telling people to show up. I was like, huh. And the next thing I know, shit,
it's the Kevin Hart.
That was the Kevin Hart. Like, wow. And he's still short as fuck. but the money ain't. That money ain't. Money taller than me. That motherfucker was in hell. But one thing, I was interesting seeing him with his family and how he was arguing with his girlfriend or wife or whatever. That's the wife he cheated on her, but that's the one he left his wife for, right?
No, he didn't leave her for. They were already broken up, and then he met her.
Okay.
I think that was.
Because she claims.
I think that was fully cleared up too. Because I was under the same impression.
Yeah.
But then they cleared up. They were like, nah. It was technically he was married, but at that point they had already been separated and they were already out the house.
Oh, okay.
So it was one of those technicalities where it's like, maybe I wouldn't have done that, but who am I to say it's a technicality?
And then they were showing, like, they didn't show all the up, they showed the downs too, man. And that's what I was kind of surprised about. They really showed, like, when he's an asshole, especially to his trainer. After they got done bigging up his trainer, they show him on the plane getting drunk as fuck. This is after he got fired, when he found out he got cheated on, or he cheated on his girl.
To be more specific, this is after they found out the whole cheating scandal in Vegas shit. But this is when they found out that how it happened was because it was a close friend within the circle that had set up the camera in his room and was trying to blackmail him as a result.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I think that's something that a lot of people are like, well, I just don't like how he talked to his trainer. And I'm like, well, let's examine the whole thing. Now he's questioning his circle, and then you add liquor into it.
Yep.
So
on a private jet, too.
Yeah. 20,000, miles in the air where, all things can happen. And they got into it. And, I saw a bunch of people that were, down on him. Oh, that's how he really is. And I'm like, well, I don't know what it's like to, have a public shame in front of everybody, then find out it's a close person.
What I found funny when he was when he talked about what happened that what he kind of said said as much as he could. He was all like, yeah, I just wanted to go out to Vegas to clear my mind and all that. And I was trying to call up all my boys, like what were they called, the Plastic Boy crew?
Plastic Cup Crew.
Plastic Cup Crew. My God. Yeah, I was trying to call them all.
That's a dope ass name.
It's a dope name.
Because they always got the plastic cups drinking.
All right.
Yeah. It's more so. It's like it's not a name that they. So for his crew, his crew is made up of a co-writer, and two friends that got into comedy because of him. Mm-hmm. So when he does his show, one of his friends is the host. Two of his friends open up for him, and then he's there. Oh, shit. And then it's his trainer, and then one of his business partners. So it's literally like everybody. It's not like just cats that just stand around. It's everybody's working with him. He's just the one that was able to put them in a position.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So pretty much, yeah. So he's saying like, I'm trying to call my boys. I want to go to Vegas, but they're like, man, we married, bro. Like, I'm staying home. So then he goes, I went out to Vegas and, my boys weren't there to fucking control me. I was sitting there with me and my aunt watching that show. Like, what the fuck you mean they weren't there to control you? You a grown-ass man. I know what you said
I took it from a different angle. Mm-hmm. Where it was, I'm not excusing the fact because at the end of the day, you carry yourself as a man, your word is your bond, and you know what your morals are. What I took it from it was, on the flip side, I don't know what it's like to be worth that much and have all eyes on you. And have every woman in that building wanting only you. And there's nobody around you to be like, nah, fam, chill. Because that's how I took it. I didn't take it as, oh, no, it's their fault I got into this. Yeah. I took it as my support system wasn't with me, so I was susceptible to it. Which you could even you can parallel it to, you went out to battle, but you didn't have the right, you weren't properly armed right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's the same thing. And some people will take it like, again, they're going to say, oh, you're making excuses. And no, it's not. He made a decision. He has to live with that decision for the rest of his life. And it harmed a lot of people. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is that, a lot of people are really quick to judge that 1% without knowing exactly what that 1% goes through.
Yeah, but then it's a whole different world. But then when that video came out and that person texted his wife with the video. I remember seeing clips from the video. What was he doing? The chick was on FaceTime. Kevin Hart was out on FaceTime saying hi to them. He was doing I guess he was knocking boots with the chick. He was doing a lot of fragrant shit. Like, my guy, what are you doing?
Yeah. No, here's that phone.
Ray! What?
Ray!
No, not Ray. Kevin! No,
that's Ray. You just got to yell Ray.
Well, anyway, so yeah, that happened, and then they showed the aftermath of that, and then, you know, other than that, I liked it for what it was. Oh,
yeah, it was cool.
No, we missed some part. The Oscar shit.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, about when he was about to host the Oscars, and then they got him for the homophobic tweets.
Fucking tweet.
And he kept
all the tweets.
And he kept telling us. He kept telling us this isn't like they want you to apologize. He's like, I already apologized. Well, they want you to do it again. No, I fucking apologized already. No, I don't want to do it. And then they found this was like the first moments of the very first episode.
Oh shit!
It's like, no, I fucking did it. And then they just go to like the
he was doubling down. Like he kept doubling down on it and pretty much saying, "Yo, I said what I said. It was back then. I changed. I changed. You know, I take fault for it, but I'm not going to take fault for some shit I said years ago, which was true. But at the same time, your words do fuck with people, and the Oscars told him flat out, like, yo."
But he already apologized.
That's my thing.
Once.
Yeah,
my thing is, okay, I recognize
it.
that, but I already apologized. What more do you want? I'm not apologizing again.
Yeah, and I don't blame him for that shit.
You know, that's like if
At all.
Yeah,
that's like you messed up in the house and your mom was like, "All right, you messed up. Oh, my bad."
Yeah,
and then 10 years down the road, it's like you get like, I want you to apologize for everybody. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I apologized to you years ago.
I know what Kevin meant. I know what he meant. I know what Kevin was trying to do, but if he wants to be in that damn business, it was kind of just like, dude, just play. I know what you mean. I know what y'all mean, but it was like he did, and especially when his people, what's it called, his employees were saying like, yo, I have people saying that they're going to stop working with me if you don't apologize, and I have family and friends that are gay and all that other shit. And
see, for me, I look at it for if you do it one time, who's to say somebody don't get offended about something else, and then you got to do it again.
Yeah.
And somebody else gets offended later, and you got to do it again.
Yeah.
You keep doing it because you set the precedent.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So
my whole thing,
I saw exactly
honestly,
where he's coming from, though.
If they found those fucking tweets, go look for the fucking apology.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he did apologize.
It's already there.
Right.
That's what he used to see. Man, the words of Kaz, man. He said, just spend the $8 and delete all your tweets when you know you're about to make it big. So
you just got to go through a cleanup agency. Just go through, or just delete the whole damn account and start new.
Or that.
Shit,
or just
why
delete,
not?
Or just delete all the tweets.
They start telling that to all these college athletes now. Mm-hmm. They're coming into the pros. They're just like, yo, just give your password. Give it to somebody. They'll let you know, if they're going to just delete, or if you should probably just delete the whole fucking account and start all over.
Right.
And we'll give you followers.
Yeah.
I mean, you trying to tell me that a famous ass motherfucker ain't gonna get followers like that?
Right.
Instantly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would say my shit got hacked. Here's my new one.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, honestly.
Say some bullshit.
Or just change the username and then block it.
See, it ain't even got to be all that. It could just be something simple of, yeah, before I was a professional, this was my personal account. Mm-hmm. Now I'm a professional, so now this is my professional account. Yeah. So I got to get rid of my personal stuff, and we got to start all over.
Man, especially during Twitter, during that era. I mean, the tweet that Kevin Hart got roasted for was when he said, I found out my son was someone playing with dolls, so I smashed him over the head with the dollhouse and said, no, that's gay. Me and my aunt were just like, it's just the image of it. Like, that's fucked up. We shouldn't be laughing. Shit was
fucking funny, though, man. Like, seriously.
And I heard it in his voice, too. That's what made it funnier. I remember
it makes it all the
tweets.
more funny because it's like, you ever heard of somebody taking a dollhouse? First of all, you got to buy the dollhouse for the boy in order for that to happen. Second of all,
that was the whole.
Do you really think that's gonna happen? Like,
no, I can just envision.
But see, carrying
this big ass dollhouse.
I just come from an age where it's like you got to let comedians be comedians and talk about. Comment on stuff
like
in a way that
Dave Chappelle said, he was 4 tweets away from being everyone's favorite person. And then, of course, they didn't talk about what happened, that car accident last year. Yep. They didn't talk about that. And I still feel there was some shit. Well, what was it? Rumor that he cheated, that he was cheating, he was with the chick or whatever.
Something
and
like that.
And then that's just a rumor.
Maybe that's for the 2021 bag.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what I'm saying. Part 2 coming soon, bro.
Maybe they got multiple. Don't fuck this up.
Maybe, yeah.
Don't fuck this up for 6 years.
Season 2.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up again.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up again. He's probably gonna do a stand up for part 2, like a legit stand up.
Right.
This motherfucker was performing in stadiums. He was performing in arenas. Like this boy is literally like the Drake of comedy.
He was in stadiums?
Yeah, his whole last tour was a stadium tour.
The stadium tour.
Yeah.
That was something
right.
new.
Yeah,
That's
International stadium
That's
tour.
right. I remember now.
I remember that. What was it called? It was called Laugh in My Pen. I forgot what it was called. But he was literally like the Drake of that shit. Like, wow, that's huge. Speaking of that fake ass nigga.
Oh my God!
Yeah, Elliot Wilson dropped the bomb on Christmas Day. I was taking a nap. I think I was watching you guys play, the Lakers play and shit like that. The Laker Clipper game. I took a nap and I felt my phone vibrate and I looked up and I saw rappers look at an exclusive interview on rapper Drake.
Somebody did this.
That was Soulja Boy.
Yeah, I know. And I was just like, oh, let's see what bullshit he says now. And boy, he didn't disappoint.
And I've been waiting,
I'll say
baby.
this, for the first hour, I was pretty entertained.
Yeah.
I thought it was very insightful. He brought up some good
He was going through his timeline
insight.
of his career.
Granted, I still felt it was scripted, but it was,
yeah.
it was still one of those things where I was like, okay, he's talking about, what it was like to start up, one thing he didn't try to change was the narrative of Wayne and Wayne's role in his career, which,
Right.
Which is true.
stay true.
Oh, yeah.
Stay true to your master.
I definitely liked his insight on pretty much being that first Toronto artist.
The first successful Toronto
Yeah,
artist.
definitely
that crossed over into the
Mainstream.
United States.
Yeah.
Not even mainstream, just the United States.
Right.
Yeah.
And then kind of paving that way for, everybody else that just have it a little bit easier, Weeknd, Tory Lanez, and everybody else. I thought that was very insightful because, again, that's not anything that you can change from history. That did happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So there were some things that I did like in terms of, okay, he's, again, I knew it was scripted, so it's like, just let's see how it goes.
Right.
The idea of his house, and he's telling his whoever he told to tell chef, make me a wine.
What the fuck? When
And
you
I was
said
like,
that,
that was on the
shit,
second
my
hour.
mind
That
was
was on the
blown.
second hour.
But even then, I was
still,
like, oh, that's some
rich
different
nigga
shit.
I was like, what the fuck?
Make me a
wine.
Not pour me some wine.
Is he stepping on grapes?
Make me
Hey,
a
what the
wine.
fuck?
No, if you see Drake's house, it's Wayne Manor. That's the best way to
Not
describe
even
it.
that,
It
bro.
is
Did you
Wayne
see
Manor.
the fucking wine, bro?
Yeah.
Like, that shit had, like, garnish and all kinds of other bullshit in
Yeah,
there.
make that shit like a
what the
steak.
fuck? Yeah, no, he
That shit like it was prime rib.
Yeah, I'm saying.
That's rich niggas. That's Canadian rich.
That's borderline. You're leaving rich going into wealth.
wealth.
It's serious, though.
You are wealthy, Aubrey.
That was a flex I appreciate. I was like, I like that flex.
I like it
that
too.
right there.
Yeah, no, that was cool.
And then it left, like I said, that was the second hour, so it was whatever.
It was-
then, everything was cool that first hour.
Drake, okay, this is how I describe Drake. He's the type of person that if he talks to a female, he will say everything right to get into the panties. She'd be soaking wet, and then he will just say something, and the bitch will be like, what?
And that's what happened at 1 hour and 4 minutes.
It get dry, and then she'll pull the panties
An
up
hour-
and just leave.
1 hour and 4 minutes
Because
exact.
as soon as Elliot Wilson, no,
You timestamped it?
Yeah.
I admit it wasn't. That's when they talked about the ghostwriting shit.
No, that's when they got into the push shit. The ghostwriting shit, I was like, all right, I didn't even care about that.
Because then he started talking about the whole creation of Back to Back, and I'm sitting there like, you talked about this already on the More Life interview. You literally talked about this. And then I was thinking, but you and Meek are cool now. Why would you? And he was getting hella like animated and getting hella emotional about it. And then he was all going like, yeah, Serena Williams was the one that gave me the
Put the battery in my back.
even I kind of laughed at that. I'm like,
I thought that was gangster too, because Serena, ultimate competitor.
yeah.
Everybody can look at it like, oh, woman. Nah, man, fuck that shit.
No, that's
you go against Serena on the fucking
Williams.
court, and
She will end you.
Yeah.
But if she was the one that put the battery in his back, and I'm like, dude, this girl. And then he even said, yeah, I was with Serena around that time period. I'm like,
Another flex.
And then he was like, dude, you know she is married now and shit like that. To a white boy, at least. Like, you know she's married and shit like that. And you brought that up. Okay, I see what you... I was like, I see the little sneaky bitch that you are. All right. And then he
That's
said...
way too
little
far.
sneaky bitch.
I just thought, again, I was just seeing it as the fact he was bringing up facts that you couldn't dispute.
Exactly.
Which reflexes, you know what I mean? So it's like, it wasn't like he got disrespectful in his, it was like, I was fucking wrong.
He was very careful with his words.
Yeah,
very
just
definitely that.
Very careful.
I personally didn't have anything.
He kept talking about the Meek shit, and I was sitting like, why are you bringing this up? You and Meek are cool.
Even the Meek shit, I didn't have a problem with it because before, when he spoke about it, they still weren't cool.
Yeah.
So this is the perspective of now they're cool. Now he's speaking on it from that different angle. So I was like, it was literally when he got to the push.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, nah, his ego's still hurt. And now he's giving off answers. I'm cool. I stopped the interview at 1:15.
You stopped it there?
Wait. So you didn't even see the
I didn't see what else happened for the rest of the hour.
But you said the second hour you saw the fucking wine and shit.
That was a clip.
That was like...
the clip.
By that point,
that shit went fucking viral. That shit went viral.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that. Nah, but seriously, when he gets to the Pusha shit, it was like it was like the shop all over again. What was he saying? Like, he said that he doesn't believe Pusha's music no more. He doesn't
believe him. He has and then he brought up, you got the microphone. He's like, I still got the microphone, but now that I know who he really is,
I can sleep well at night knowing I didn't get out barred.
Yeah, he's saying like, he lost the battle because he's the one that pulled out.
He said, quote unquote, I took an L. He used his L in quotes. He said it in quotes. I backed out.
He said they still got rules, and apparently he doesn't want to follow the rules. And then in the same breath, he said, even though I did bring up his wife,
that's what B-Dot said. Like, Elliot said, like, you did bring up his wife. He was like, I did, and that's pretty much what he said.
And then he tried to change the narrative and saying Push wanted his friend to die when that wasn't what he said.
That's not what he said.
That's not what he said at all.
So it was just one of those things.
Tick.
So it's just one of those things.
I don't know the remix.
The remix. Should have put that shit in Star Wars.
Tick.
Yeah, so it was everything. It was just like, fam, that's okay. All right.
Yeah,
if now you're gonna script this to, if it's not even scripted just to protect, your image. Now you're just scripting it to once again try to
drive the narrative,
drive a different narrative. Nah, I don't care anymore.
I tuned out. I was just like you. I tuned out, but I kept watching because it was just like, this is fun. It was like me and Isaiah got popcorn just watching this shit.
Yeah, I was chilling, man. Seriously, that shit was like watching a fucking like a train crash and shit.
Because
you just had to see it.
Because when I watched it, I didn't watch it on Christmas. I watched it a few days later.
Yeah.
So
okay. Yeah.
I'm watching it. I probably watched it a whole full week later. And I'm watching it.
So you seen like all the clips and everything?
No, I hadn't even seen all the clips before.
Oh no. Okay.
I didn't see anything. So I didn't see the clips until literally the day after I watched this.
Yeah,
amazing.
Because the shit he was
saying, that shit was everywhere, bro. Like, instantly.
And he was also still feeling a way about. And another thing I noticed, he didn't say Pusha's name.
Yeah, he did not. He couldn't say Pusha's name.
Did he say Duke?
No, he was like, that guy I'm having a beef with.
He was kind of talking passive aggressive about him.
It would have been better if he said Mans.
Dude, if he would have said Mans.
I
would have thrown my fucking phone.
That's the thing I've noticed.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's the thing I've noticed about Drake. He never says, if he has funk with you, he will never say your name in an interview. Yeah. He will talk about you. He'll talk around you, but he will never say your name. He said Kanye's name, but that's because fucking Elliot and B-Dot kept saying his name, so he kind of like was begrudgingly saying Kanye's name.
I feel like he said Kanye's name whenever it was in a good light. Like, oh yeah, I looked up to Kanye.
Yes, that's what I meant.
You know what I'm saying? No, but whenever it was like on the negative shit, he said those guys. I could peek behind the curtain and see what they're really like.
That's some
what I'm saying? It's
shit.
Like, bro, like, dude, keep the same energy on that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna say his name good, say his name fucking bad.
And at that point, I really just looked at it because I remember at the beginning of the decade, or just when I was like last decade. We can say last decade now. Shit. Yeah. I called Drake a real, like, one of the realest rappers in the game because he literally wore his heart on his sleeve. You know what I mean? Like, he wore his heart on his sleeve. He wasn't scared to show his emotions, and I felt, man, no rappers do that now.
After Take Care, that's where I had my drop off because I felt like there was something fake about him. I didn't go too deep. I was
up all the way up. When None Was the Same came out, I was going like, damn. And then when I noticed that when the whole Kendrick shit happened with the Control, I was like, damn, he really is emotional. Like, he still took offense to that. All right, whatever. I was still with them all the way up until the ghostwriting shit happened, and then after that, like you said, nothing was the same. And now this interview, after the whole Pusha shit, and then I watch this interview and I see how he's trying to like control the narrative about, like, yeah, I didn't get out barred, and what's it called? When I listen to those records, I don't believe them. And I'm like, nigga, you have a lot of nerve to say that. Like, what? Did you hear Nothing Was the Same? Because JC used to hate that album. Now I come...
Nah, if you're reading this.
If you're reading this.
Yeah.
If you're reading this, it's too late. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you talking like you a big boss and
like,
shit.
You
like mafia boss
like,
or whatnot.
we didn't believe... Like, JC was just like, fuck that album. And I was like, yeah, it ain't that bad. And then
after this interview happened, I was like, this is why.
Yeah. No, you sound like the dude from Boon Nights. Nigga, you having fun?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nigga, you trying to act real? Nah, man. And then I watched this interview, and everything about that whole shit was just fake to me. Everything was fake. And I mean, shout out to B-Dot and them. Like, B-Dot and Elliot Wilson. They were like, fuck it, still look, we gotta get our brand out there.
They got a Drake interview.
Yeah,
that's all you can say about that. All you can say about that.
And people were saying, it was a great interview. At the end of the day, they asked the right questions, quote unquote, the right questions, aka the questions that Drake approved, because they didn't do no follow-up questions when they asked, when he said that Pusha shit was fake. They could have just followed up and said, but what do you say to people that say that about you?
I wouldn't even say they asked the right questions. They asked the questions that you would expect for Drake to be a part of this production.
Yes,
they were saying
it wasn't just an interview. It was Drake was a part of the production. Like his team edited it.
Exactly. There was credits at the end. There's no credits at the end of a Rap Radar interview. Like, what? I watch these shits.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I'm watching. Like, you trying to literally make this like a cinematic. But even when it opened, I was like, fuck out of here.
What kind of shit is
Mans
that?
might win an Oscar.
Or Emmy. And I was just sitting back like, this is all just production. And then they didn't ask about, is it true? No, they didn't even ask like, yo, so is it true? Is there any truth to when Pusha T went on the Joe Budden interview when he claimed that 40 was the one that got the information? They didn't ask that. They didn't ask why did you let that rumor go out that Kim K, that you slept with Kim K? You didn't go out. You didn't ask about that. They didn't ask about the Kendrick situation. There was a slew of questions they didn't ask because they know, or Drake, said no, or they just knew that Drake wasn't going to answer it, or he probably would have gotten more buried in the hole, or they would have edited it out. Or it was
probably already discussed in pre-production.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what makes him fake. It's like everything about it was just fake to me. Like that story of Adelon, when I say that story of how Pusha won story of Adelon, has nothing to do with record sales. It has nothing to do with being out barred. It has nothing to do with none of that. He got at Drake's soul of a man. He got at his manhood. He mentioned your family, he mentioned your baby mama, and he mentioned like your best friend is dying. And as a man, you did nothing about it, but spoke about the blackface because it hurt your image.
Yeah, that's to me why it's
seriously though.
Yeah,
that's the wild shit.
That's to me why it's a great diss. It's not necessarily because, don't get me wrong, it's the diss itself is good.
Yeah,
it's very, very good.
Yeah.
Elite levels.
Yeah.
But in terms of when you compare them to everything else, you gotta remember everything else was on all those other better disses, they had some personal shit to it that, guys were fucking with each other before, now they're not, so now you go, and when I see you, that type of shit.
Yeah.
Right. This was more so just, I know who you are.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just give you layer one type, like that type of spiel.
It was infrared. There's a reason why it's called infrared, because he sees right through him.
Yeah, but the thing of it is that what makes Adidon so special is that Drake is the one that makes it special. Because it's the year almost 2 years later. He's still responding to it in a way where it's like, oh, this really affects you.
Like, he's still sending subliminal records. Like,
you can tell he's still emotional.
And a hurt dog gonna holler.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So...
Right?
Yeah. It ain't gonna holler ow, it's gonna holler Ray.
Like, honestly, he released a record.
Ray beams.
On Christmas Eve, he released a record called War, where he's rapping in, BBC raps.
He's rapping in men's.
Yeah, he's rapping in men's.
BBC raps. That don't even sound right.
Who produced it? Wesley Pipes?
Nah, he was rapping in the British raps, and he's still rapping tough and subliminal, and he's almost low-key trying to bait someone to like beef with him again. And it's like, dude, we saw what happened. They didn't even ask about Jay Prince, because They ain't gonna ask about Jay Prince.
I ain't asking about Jay Prince.
I'm not asking about Jay Prince.
Like, they didn't ask, yo, is it true Jay
I'm
Prince?
keeping that shit way the fuck away from me, bro.
They didn't say,
Nah.
they couldn't even ask, is it true that Jay Prince told you to back out? They could have just said that. They could have asked that.
I mean, but see, here's my response to that, though, is if they were going to ask him that shit, he would be like, well, you heard the record, right?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
But that's logically. Drake doesn't speak logically. Everything I think
No,
he's
he
gonna
does.
do.
He speaks very calculated. And
There
the
you
logic
go.
makes sense to him because he's painting different narratives.
Sounds like a sociopath.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like it makes sense to him. Like, to him, his brain cannot calculate that he lost. He said he backed out. Like, no, I backed out. And he said he did record a record, and then he said he stopped in the middle of it, going like, why am I doing this? He's a nobody. Really?
Nah, he stopped doing it because nobody in Virginia would, take claim to $100,000.
Shit.
They didn't ask about that either.
That's true, man. I didn't even think about that.
Nah,
shit.
he stopped that because nobody wanted to take that ransom.
Oh yeah, they knew that bounty, but it was like, to me, like, this dude is just fake. Like, he can release all the records that he wants. Like, he's gonna probably drop that record with Future. He's gonna still sell his millions. He's gonna have another #1 hit record this year, most likely. Maybe in the next 5 years or whatever. But at the end of the day, he's fake. Drake is fake. He's by far the most fakest rapper in hip hop right now. Damn, never thought I'd hear him say that, huh, people?
Actually, I could see you saying that.
What?
I'll take a different sense. I don't think he's... I'm not going to call it fake.
What are you gonna call it?
Because there's some genuine to him. Like, I believe it's like we brought up a while ago, where it's like he talks about the women in past tense,
hindsight, and bitches in hindsight.
And I don't think that's fake. I think that's
that's real. That's his weak.
So I wouldn't say he's fake. I would say he is the biggest act, literally and figuratively.
Yeah,
he's the biggest act in hip hop.
He's an actor.
I was gonna say
him and Rick
Drake
Ross
is Aubrey Graham's greatest role.
Well, he's his alter ego.
You know what I mean?
That's his alter ego. Yeah. His middle name is his alter ego.
Yeah.
And he's finding a hard time to literally separate, because we were talking about this before we recorded, we were talking about the decade coming up and who's going to be the next person to just blow up. And I said that I feel that he's going to go out the same way as Nicki. Now, I'm not going to say she's going to go on, OVO radio and go all, crazy and shit. He's going to get threatened that someone's going to come take his spot. And he's going to probably be hella subliminal and try to not be that person's friend. And while that person is making hits, Drake's going to be the hater or some shit like that. And and he's going to he's going to have a similar fate to Nicki. I
think it's
Let's go, Roddy.
I think it's going to be the opposite. I think he learned.
Roddy.
I think he learned from Weeknd and not playing the role that he should have played and trying to, kind of. He overstepped when he should have let Weeknd shine and then really kind of, start that connection. I think he learned from that. So I think if there is an artist that pops up in the next 2 years that looks like they could potentially be a rival, I think it's going to be different for him now. I think he's going to actually embrace that artist.
If that's the
and now now that I'm saying it, that could be the usher in for OVO sound. Where he embraces that act, he realizes what he did wrong from the last decade, realizes that, his mortality is now facing him because he only has so many years, whether people like it or not.
He's my age. He's like, 32, 31, 32. He already has his plaques. He's broken all the records. He has his plaques.
It's not even just that. It's that his subject matter isn't going to transition well when he goes to his 40s. Because at that point in your 40s, motherfuckers going to be like, all right, man, you got to grow up. We ain't talking about that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's still going to talk about the same shit.
Right, but
it's now. Yeah.
He's going to have to mature that.
Yeah.
He can talk about the same content, but he's going to have to mature it because it can't be this little runaround game. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember, fans grow up with you too. So if fans grow up and they're going to hit their mid 30s, late 30s, nobody trying to hear that, I'm crying in my room over... I gotta go to work tomorrow.
And that's another thing that annoyed me about this interview, because he brought up about how 40 brings up to him that he needs to do an 11... You gotta do like a 10 or 12 track album, man. He's like, I know everybody wants me to do that 12 track classic and da-da-da-da-da, but I can't do that. You wanna know why I can't do that? Because I gotta give people what they want. I gotta give them the singing side and the rapping side. And I was talking to my boy Lamar. Lamar was like, and that's exactly why you don't have a classic. Because of that shit right there. You are so by the formula. You're so formulaic that you're not gonna step out your box. You're gonna do what works and what's gonna sell, not what's gonna push you.
Well, that also speaks to his character. He's also very insecure.
Yeah.
Very.
Because as an artist, you should be going in there with the mind frame of I'm going to give you my best work. I'm going to give what the fans want.
Like what you said about Justin Timberlake on the ride over here when he made well, you said it.
Well, basically my whole thing is like realistically he doesn't go outside of his vocal range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He stays within that range, you know what I mean? And then when it comes to beat selection, he really doesn't step outside the box until Man of the Woods. That shit flopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now guess what he's doing?
Yeah.
He's going right back to what worked.
What worked. He's like, but he wasn't afraid to do it. He's like, I did this shit. Let me try something else.
At least he tried. I'll give him that part.
Yeah,
you know
at least
what I mean?
Timberlake tried.
He didn't like this shit, but at least he tried to step out of that box.
For example, Kendrick Lamar, after Good Kid, Mad City, he could have went after another fucking sound. Not another sound. He could have did the same sound for Good Kid, Mad City. But instead, he did To Pimp a Butterfly. Rest is history. Same with J. Cole. Has Hope changed his sound? Yeah, Hope changed. Kanye, for example. Everyone. Drake don't do that. This next album is going to be the same shit. Hope, yeah, it will be the same shit.
It's just always what we've been saying, though, from jump, is he doesn't understand his true powers. Because when he says, I'm going to give the people what they want, well, you control that. So if you serving out 12 album hit records and, let's say he dishes out 4 and 2 of them, so let's not say every single one's a classic. Let's say he has a classic or 2 of 12 to 14 track, quality 12 to 14 tracks.
Yeah.
Well, guess what happens? Your fan base now that's their standard. So now they're not wanting all of these Lucy's and shit, Well, I shouldn't say that because Lucy's are still nice.
Yeah.
Those would actually be enhanced by the fact that you get 13, 14 tracks.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What I'm trying to say is that
you won't get like the playlist type shit.
Yeah.
Like the overload of
your
music
fan base
and shit.
now has a standard that they hold you to.
Right.
Yes.
And it sounds like he's not even working towards his own fan base. It's just what the people expect, like the casuals.
Yeah. Like that just showed me that when he said that, I'm like, damn, you still don't know your power. You're going to keep doing the same old shit. You haven't grown one bit. Hate to see it.
The funny shit to me though, dude, he said he got classics.
I think he was talking about records, like his singles.
If he's talking about records, if he's talking about singles, then
I think he was incorporating singles and albums.
I'm not gonna talk down on that shit. You know what I mean?
I think he was talking about singles and albums.
He sells a lot. He's at the top of the charts. Whatever. I'm not gonna downplay that. That's what we need to stop
doing in this.
But as far as albums, dog, you do not have a single classic album. He thinks he does.
Whatever.
Exactly.
That's what we need to stop doing this next decade. If an album sells a lot of records, we need to stop using that as quality. Because it could be trash. Look at Michael Bay movies. Those
Fast and Furious.
Or Fast and Furious.
Star Wars.
I was just going to say that.
Star Wars.
Motherfucker yelled Ray and they went number 1.
Or Marvel. Maybe. Marvel 2 had some duds too here and there, but they still made a lot. Those still made money. Like X-Men movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You win.
I'm just saying, man, like sometimes we gotta stop looking at record sales as quality.
I think that comes with age, though. You know what I mean? Because that even goes outside of music. That goes into sports.
Yep.
There's a lot of people out here who put more
on
stock in the stats than the actual number of wins
or a championship.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's just like, well, that's
James
a team.
Harden.
Well, that's a team aspect, and it's like, okay, you make a fair point, but the whole aspect of even playing the sport is to get to the ultimate prize.
Right.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I think it just comes with age. There's just going to be some people. There's always going to be people who they only care about front runners. They only care about mainstream. They only care what is spoon fed to them.
Yeah.
I do feel this decade when people start to mature in both age and just living life.
Yeah.
It just comes with time.
But yeah, like I said about this Drake interview. Shout out to Elliot Wilson and B-Dot. Y'all had that look. Y'all deserve that. Y'all deserve that interview. Hope y'all get more interviews down the line.
And they got another one. They follow that shit up with the Griselda.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
And I've been waiting, baby.
What the fuck was that, Busby? Shit.
Fucking missed the octave.
For real. Right. Trying to Mariah Carey that shit.
Did y'all listen to the interview?
I was going to, but I hella forgot.
West Side Gun starts the interview off with, and we got Griselda. Boom, 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 boom. That's how the interview starts off.
Everything.
Nice.
It's the complete opposite of
It's
this.
real. It's real.
No, I wouldn't even
it's
say
authentic.
I wouldn't even say it's just there's no filter.
Yeah, it's real.
Good.
Like it's
as it should be.
Cause they
Yeah.
grimy ass niggas and they're real niggas, man. Griselda's them niggas.
Yeah,
Niggas.
like it was really dope to hear them speak on everything in terms of just Buffalo, the influence. Benny the
Bills.
Butcher calling himself the Underground Drake, which was hilarious because when you understand the context, you understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
West Side Gun, again, doubling down what he's been saying since Hitler Wears Hermes 1, which is 2020, this is my last year, fuck this shit. I'm not a rapper. I'm sitting here next to
I'm
the
a
two.
hustler.
Yeah,
That's crazy,
that's what he's
though.
saying. He goes, I'm sitting here next to the two rappers. I'm just here. And he talked about how he wants to get into different aspects, the fashion. He wants to get into some Griselda WWE toys and type shit like that.
Because he is a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah, like he has a lot of goals. But he also said too, he goes, that's not to say, I would not be down to or closed-minded to not giving these guys a feature here and there. But, I want it to be more like, the nigga that comes outside every once in a while, like, all right, let me get the rock, let me put it up one time. He's like, I want it to be that. I don't want to work on these fucking albums.
Jay-Z said
more.
the same shit before Reasonable Doubt.
I really fuck with dude though.
Oh
Seriously.
yeah, I do. But like I said,
Jay-Z
Jay-Z thought the same shit with Reasonable Doubt, but Jay-Z didn't have that support like what he has with Conway and
And he also brought up a good point too, which was that the amount of stuff that they've done. I mean, last year alone, but if you really break it down to the last 2 or 3 years,
they were dropping
and
shits.
then they have the backing of not only one legend but two legends.
Dude, I remember when
when
they announced they signed Hall and Nash, and it was Just Blaze beat. I'm like, damn, they got that. They got Just Blaze co-signing him, Eminem co-signing. Eminem saw this like he saw it from jump. Like, oh, I see something.
So then they got the record deal, but then they got the management for Rock Nation. So and he brought up how you got those two, but they still don't get brought up in a lot of people's circles. For them, that was their motivation, which was, that just means we got to go harder. Mm-hmm. And if you thought we did that last year, they talked about Conway, and he's like, yeah, I'm dropping soon. And then Gunn was like, very soon, like soon. I was like,
Shady Records debut. I thought Friday soon. I thought WWCD was his Shady Records. That was just the gang.
Yeah. This shit. Conway's solo debut.
Yeah, Shady Records might go 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
But it was cool, and then the
Shady 3.0 is better than 2.0. Who would have thought about that shit?
Yeah, and then the same thing with Drake not mentioning dudes' names. Gunn at the end of the interview, like, you want something juicy? I don't fuck with Funk Flex.
Well, okay, get in line. Get in line. Everybody don't fuck with Funk Flex. I mean, all right.
But it just is the opposite of it. Names were being attached, and
pretty much it was authentic compared to the Drake interview.
Yeah,
right.
And then it's now becoming a tradition because remember last year or 2018 they did the Griselda Christmas. So then this one was the Griselda New Year.
Yeah.
So now they're like at a standpoint where they're like, nah, we got to do this at the end of the year type deal once again for it. So I thought it was great. It's 3 guys that absolutely deserve it. Like we've been praising since the first time we as a collective heard them, which was, we can grade the songwriting and everybody else from mainstream, but when it comes to them, just rap. That's all. As long as you rap, I don't give a shit.
That's all I care about.
Rap. Yeah.
And the fact that they didn't wait for M and the Shady Record, they literally did this shit moving like independently and shit like that.
Right.
And you got cosigns from Hove and, like you said, the Renegades. You got cosigned by the Renegades. Like, damn, the Renegades cosigning Renegades. Who would have thought? Anyway, shout out to Elliot Wilson. You're doing your shit.
Hell yeah.
He's about to interview.
They got Rock Marciano on this one, and then for the Crown later this week, they got Martin and Will.
Yeah, they got Will Smith.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, Bad Boys.
That's what's up.
They working.
He's working, man. He's swinging.
Yeah. Speaking of working, did you hear about French Montana?
Now we talk about.
Oh boy.
Talk about record sales.
Don't panic. Don't panic.
Was
that shit on there?
Nah.
Oh my god.
I don't know because I didn't listen to the album, so let me not say that.
Well, look at the track because a lot of the fucking songs are old ass records.
No Stylist was on there.
Yeah,
I do know that.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That No Shopping record?
Yeah, that's on there too.
So he released his latest album. I don't know the name of it. Somebody's gonna have to look that up because again, I didn't listen to it.
I didn't care to.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't. Did we bring it up on the last episode? Do you remember?
Hell no.
It's called Montana.
Yeah, there you go. So we got off air forgetting that. Oh shit, we were supposed to bring up that French Montana dropped his album, and then like an hour later he was gold.
This breaking news, kind of. Steve Kerr got tossed out of the Warrior game because he was yelling at the refs. He got 2 technical fouls. That's funny.
I can see that. It's not the first time it's happened.
Yeah.
He's like, well, fuck this team. Anyway.
Shit, Lockjaw was on there too.
Yeah, Lockjaw.
He had 50s and 100s, Lifestyle. Let's see, what else he had? No Styles was on here. Wiggle It. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah.
No Shopping was on here.
Yep.
What the fuck? He dropped these
Yeah,
records
we
years ago.
didn't bring up the fact that he drops this album and then literally like 30 minutes later he's got a fucking gold plaque, and we're like, wait, what the fuck's going on? So
What kind of shit is that?
so there was a masked face on Twitter. You know how it goes.
You know how they do it.
They hide the faces, whatever.
Oh yeah.
This person came up with a theory.
I think it's a theory. I think there's probably some fact to it.
And the theory was that French Montana had figured out that J. Cole hack that Schoolboy Q was saying, hey, when you find that out, let me know so I can sell these records. Mm-hmm. Which apparently was, we gonna hack into everybody's accounts and we just gonna start playing this album from the Middle East and the numbers are just gonna spike, and it is what it is. Because a lot of people were coming up saying, yeah, I ain't been on Spotify in months and I came back and this motherfucking song been playing nonstop on my account. I changed the password.
Right now.
I changed the password and I came back and it's still playing on this goddamn account. And so
What the fuck?
I'm about to look at my shit right now. Keep talking.
I looked at my shit's just ESPN podcast.
Yo, my shit's just my shit.
ESPN
That's
podcast and Joe Budden.
Mine's my podcast. My podcast. And then Joe's podcast.
So-
all right.
So that was funny at first, and then you started seeing people's screenshots. And you're like, okay, either this is a very genius ploy and they just want to be a part of the joke, so they playing the songs themselves, or this is some hardcore shit where you might gotta go through him for marketing, because this shit is good.
Yo, I got his shit on my recently played, bro. It's a while back, but I swear to God it's there.
Oh shit, it's there.
Holy shit. Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
Somebody did this.
And this was around the time the Burner album came out. So,
It was on shuffle?
That's fucking wild.
I'm looking at my shit
Because I know
right
damn
now.
well I never typed in
none
French
on mine
Montana,
is
bro.
attached.
Like,
None on mine.
Wow.
You too?
damn.
No, the fact that Martin got it. Okay, shit.
Not on mine. I'm looking at mine right now.
That's crazy.
That's not mine.
Not
that
on
shit's
mine.
fucking
Damn,
nuts,
so that means 1 in
bro.
3
Wow. That's
1 in 3
wild.
will be infiltrated by French Montana.
Shit.
Or you may have to hit French's people, Martin, and figure out when your next project drops how to
For
get this
real,
popping.
yeah. Like,
Maybe it was
I
on
need
shuffle.
that.
Maybe when you were playing
need
it
that shit.
and it was on shuffle and it came on.
Bro, there's no reason for that to come on like the 5th of May.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, seriously, there's no reason for it to be on at that time.
That's wild.
That's funny.
So I guess there's some truth. So pretty much he hacked into people's Spotify accounts. He got his people to hack into Spotify accounts, play his records, and then that's how he infiltrated the numbers. And I would not be surprised if this happens with other artists.
As far as I'm concerned, French Montana is the man right now.
That's a finesser.
Like,
Shit.
salute that man.
He finesse. That's a good finesse right there. I can't be mad at that.
Man, I need these codes, bruh.
Yeah.
Holla at me.
Yeah. Seriously.
Was it 50 to 1 that kind of called him out on that shit too?
They got this beef brewing and
For years,
Yeah.
decades. That nigga went out and fucking spoiled Power. And I was like, he tried to spoil Power, and I'm like, dude, the shit dropped at midnight. Can we speak about Power now?
let's talk about power, man.
Here. It's a big rich town.
Oh, God.
This was a good episode, though.
That's
It actually
nice.
Nothing to complain
It
about.
was.
I don't watch the shit.
Well, you should.
Nah. I'm cool.
Anyway.
You're a lie because you watched the episode with Kendra.
Yeah, you
Ah.
fucking fan.
Hey, man, look. I'm a fan of who, though?
I know, but still.
And why did I watch the shit?
Because it's Kendrick Lamar.
Thank you.
But you still watch.
You still watch.
I saw half an episode.
That's kind of sick. Well, anyway, so this episode was exactly as I predicted. Well, like what old girl said. Not no spoiler. Episode's been out for like 5 days now.
No, that's it.
2 days.
Came out
Man,
on
you
Saturday.
put a fucking spoiler for something that
Yeah,
was
you put a spoiler
done
out
like
for
2
fucking
weeks ago.
a year.
Yeah, true.
Shit, that was last year, dog.
I know, right? Anyway, yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah, Power's back, and
It's going from it's the same episode
Yeah.
told from different perspectives.
yeah, I thought they were just gonna follow up.
Nope.
From there, and everybody was going to protect. No, it's literally everything leading up to that moment,
when Ghost got
and
shot.
then the moments afterwards. And yeah, this was Dre's episode.
It was called Still Dre too.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, Still Dre. That's a good name. That was a good title. And then pretty much told what Dre was doing that day leading up to Ghost's death, and pretty much he had a very bad day. Oh, bad. Yeah. Like, Ice Cube had a good day. It was the complete opposite for Dre.
It wasn't so good.
Although his bad day was very funny. Remember his man's just got out of jail and he's cracking jokes with him, and then the Serbians pop up and he uses them as a fucking shield.
Yeah.
To get out of there. He can't find nobody with money. So then that's how he gets Tariq to lead him into... And that's the thing, because it's leading up to everything, there's scenes from the last episode that show up.
Didn't see. And they were leaving clues about who could be the shooter and shit. Because what's her name? Courtney Kemp said that the 6 suspects, they are the six suspects. There's no gotcha moment. Like, pretty much what she said. Who you see walking towards truth or away from truth, those are the suspects. So I was like, okay, so you're watching it.
Wait, so it is like a vantage point thing like we were talking about?
Yeah, for the last few episodes.
Okay, gotcha.
Which I think was pretty slick, because I have a feeling that's what they probably thought about doing for this last season.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they opened up this season with Ghost dying, and then the whole season is pretty much who shot Ghost?
No, that wouldn't have been...
That would not have made sense. That would have pissed people off.
Yeah, so this one's centered around not only Dre, but Francis and Spotwood.
Francis and Spotwood.
Who ended up being 2-Bit and...
2-Bit, yeah.
And what the fuck's his name?
The other nigga.
It's the one that ends up being Spotwood. I don't want to call him Sticky because his name's Sticky.
I'll call him Sticky.
Yeah, Sticky work. Call him Ray.
Ray! Yeah, he's Ray. Hoit! And Ray.
Yeah, but they centered around that and basically how they got locked up.
Yeah.
And how Ghost was still using them to
using
benefit.
them for his benefit, yeah.
Spank, that's what it was.
Spank.
Spank.
There you go. No, he's still...
Nah, I'm gonna call him Spank. That makes sense.
Okay.
Sticky is Stinky's from House Party 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So it focused on that angle. Again, he's still in the back. Again, he can't get the money. So then out of nowhere, Lorenz Tate.
He's Tate. His name is Tate on the show.
Wait, what?
His name's Tate.
All right.
But it's old dog.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, he goes back to his old dog ways and he puts 100,000 on the desk. Says, "I need you to kill this motherfucker.
I need to kill Ghost."
So he takes it along with the fake plate and the fake aliases. He's with his girl and his daughter. Oh, and then his mom shows up too.
Oh yeah, that was kind of an emotional scene.
Like that was actually a good dynamic. Him and his mom.
Out of nowhere, even though it was only for this episode. Because he said, you never loved me. You thought I was wicked just for stealing some goddamn
candy.
Candy.
A demon since he was a child, so you know.
Because he stole some candy, and she called him a demon.
Yeah, it's a very righteous religious woman.
Yeah, very.
So he hadn't seen her in a while.
Okay.
She didn't believe that he had a daughter when he said, "I need money to get out of here for her." He goes to steal some money or jewelry.
Whatever.
She wakes up with a gun because, just I was expecting you type deal. He flips it, takes the gun from her. You think, oh my God, he's going to kill his mom.
I didn't think he was going to do it.
But instead, he just leaves her with some cold words, telling her, I named my daughter Heaven. It's a place where neither one of us are going to go.
That was acted very good. That was one of the rare moments where it literally I was happy you didn't spoil the episode for me. Even though I knew Dre was I was sitting there like, Dre about to die. I thought he was gonna get shot, especially that part when he walks out the liquor store like fucking Ricky. Yep. I thought he was gonna get shot, but no, the cops show up. I'm like, oh, okay. And
this motherfucker beats the system all twice in 24 hours, but then the third time,
the first time he beat the system was trying to run away.
Yeah,
like he ran away from I'm gonna go take a piss.
No, that was the second time. Oh, that was the first time he beat the system was when he made the deal.
Yeah.
And then when he leaves, because he goes up to Truth to kill Ghost. But when he walks in, there's already the gunshot, and then you hear the body drop. So you know it's not him. He walks out and he sees the fucking agent, and she goes, "Dre!" And this nigga just goes, "Wow!" Hits that bitch right in the face.
I rewinded that so many times. That was from Wicker Man. That was the Wicker Man Nicolas Cage punch. He opened the door, Dre, pop. Remember the punch in Barbershop? That's a safari punch. Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, he punched the shit out of her. So then he gets in the car because Tate told him, you need to kill Ghost. All he had to do was drive away. All he had to do was keep driving. But no, your ass wants to drive at the goddamn gas station.
Yeah, he stopped to go get gas and go get some drinks and a toy for his daughter, and that allowed the police enough time to
catch up to him
and get him.
And then, but there was some clues.
That's realistic.
Howard, let's get to this. So he goes to jail. Go back to prison for, we don't even know why he went back to prison. He just went to prison. Probably they put the evidence on Dre or whatever. And also
he escaped custody. That's the problem.
That too. Damn.
Yeah. even though the custody was to protect him, he still left their custody, which is enough to get his ass back in jail.
So then, he's in jail, and the people that wanted to kill him, they see him again. So then he starts a fucking big ass fight in the cafeteria. They grab his ass. He's in solitary confinement, so he thinks he's scot free. No, them niggas show up and start throwing fucking wet towels in there. And he's smelling it because he feels like, I guess there's oil on him. And then he's like, "What's up, motherfucker?"
It's too big and spank. And that wasn't water. It was gasoline.
Yeah, soak that shit. And then
they sprayed him.
And Dre was low key like pleading for his life. That's the one thing I like. Lala and fucking Dre, they can plead for their lives. They know how to act when they're pleading for their lives. He's like, "No man, we boys." Like, "Yeah, so and so that you killed." And he's like, "Yeah, see you in hell, motherfucker." And they fucking lit that motherfucker up, and he was on fire.
Torch that nigga. Shit. And then they also said it was symbolic. Did you watch The Confidential?
His soul was burning, right?
Nah, they said it was symbolic because he burned every bridge that he came in contact with.
That's true. And
that's real deep.
Yeah, nigga was on fire, and then it kind of just ends after they show what's his name.
Well, Spank was the one that got out.
Spank was the one that got out because he was gonna start snitching.
He told on Tommy.
Yeah, guys. Now we gotta rewind because there was some clues left. First, you see whole ass Tariq show up.
You really hate that dude, man. Like, seriously.
I hate him more than the Seahawks.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know how you hate a fake character more than
I don't know.
More than somebody you actually have to see every year.
Right.
Twice.
I hate that boy. Anyway, so Tariq comes up and he asks Dre for a gun. He's like, "I need an untraceable gun." And if you rewind from the last episode, he was overly, and he was like, "Oh, what about your dad?" "Oh, I don't fuck with my dad like that. No, we don't fuck with each other." But if you remember the last episode, he was very nice to Ghost. Remember that? Very nice, calling him dad. And I told you, he don't call Ghost dad unless he needs something. So there was that. Then he saw Tasha again for some shit. And then when he was on his way out of the building, when Ghost got shot,
Tommy was standing there in that fucking bus, and the bus rolled through
like a vampire.
Fucking disappeared.
Like a vampire.
Shit.
Yeah. And then also they revealed something else. Here's another spoiler, people. Oh shit! When Dre was looking at the news, the reporter said that James St. Patrick is dead.
Yeah.
Now some people were saying they don't believe this shit. Shit, even I don't believe it. The way this show is going, I'm looking at this is all from Dre's perspective. So maybe that's just what he wanted to see. This is what James wanted to see. Maybe that's just what he wanted to see. I don't know. Even the fucking.
I don't even believe Dre's dead.
I don't think no one's dead. I feel it's all dream.
I mean, shit, Kanan, was in a burning building, and that motherfucker got 3 more seasons.
Came out like Two-Face.
What's 4 more episodes for Dre?
Shit. But anyway, this episode, it kind of ends on a blah note because there's more puzzles to be connected. So this next episode is going to focus on Paz and what's his name? Who's the other nigga? Sax. It's going to focus on them. And I think the next episode is going to focus on Tommy. And then the last episode is going to focus on Tasha and...
I think Tommy's going to save for last.
You think that?
Yeah. I think because,
it's called the final betrayal.
I think, but, marriage, whatever.
Son.
I think it's the fact that him and Tommy were together from day one.
If he was going to kill Ghost, why didn't he kill him right there at the shootout?
Well, see, that's my thing. I think it's going to be a plot twist with Tariq and Tasha's episode. I think that shit's going to end, and you're not going to know who did it until Tommy's episode.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see that happening. They play it up because now they're giving you the formula. Okay, we're playing it up, so the last episode you're going to know.
Everyone keeps feeling like it's Tariq, but I'm like, it's not Tariq. The more I'm looking at it, I think Tariq, because if you remember in that episode, everybody's walking towards truth except for Tariq. He's the only one walking away. I believe he set the shit up.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's still about it. He better die.
I don't know. It'd be like that.
Because everyone's saying flat out, if they make a Tariq show, they're not watching. And I firmly probably will not watch myself.
Probably
not,
bro. As bad as you talked about,
probably not. This is the main character. This is the main show, man.
I understand. I get that.
No,
but I'm saying, as much as there is no probably, it's almost a certainty, dog. Like, you are not gonna watch that shit if it's about Tariq.
Oh, I won't.
I will.
I know you will.
Yeah, of course.
Speaking of 50, you know he has
no issue with them.
He has a show coming on ABC soon.
That shit looks great.
Pretty much, it's about a dude gets wrongfully accused of a crime, and he becomes his own lawyer to get himself out of jail.
Yeah.
50 Cent produced that shit. I'm like,
it's based on a true story. I don't know if it's based on or inspired by a true story, but it's true. Where a man gets convicted, I think, of murder.
It's something like that, yeah.
And then while he's in, he actually receives his law degree, passes the bar.
Okay, yeah.
So he's actually defending other people while he's in jail.
And he's trying to defend himself.
Yeah, eventually to get that, just get the notoriety to get himself into court defending his own case.
Right.
It looks great.
50. I don't know how 50s is making it. He has other shows on the tuck. He's doing the fucking, probably doing the Tekashi shit. Man.
If he does that, man.
Oh, he will.
God.
You know he will.
I mean, I don't see him not doing it. You know what I mean?
So know what station's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, back in movies. MCU, nigga.
And I've been waiting, baby.
Black Widow, bro. Y'all see the trailer for that?
Yeah.
That looked like fucking 10 years too late, but it still looks fucking fire.
That's my thought on it. And I was like,
I saw the trailer,
right, cool,
I was like,
you did.
Yeah, but it's
Seriously, you did.
You did.
What do you want from me?
It's probably, they said it's going to take place where's it going to take place? After Civil War, so when she went into hiding and shit like that.
Right.
She meets up with other people. And I guess it's... They say
people, it's her family.
Her family.
And that part of it looks funny as fuck to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the dad putting on like his costume that he hadn't put on in fucking forever. He's like,
it looks
you
like
got fat.
It looks like some Born Supremacy shit, some Born Identity type of shit. But it looks good. It's like it's in between Civil War and Infinity War, and it's going to set up stages for the next phases. Also, WandaVision was supposed to come out in 2021, but it's coming out this year. I guess they bumped that shit up. So this year we're getting Black Widow, The Internals, the Sam and Bucky show, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and WandaVision. All in 1 year. So that's 4 Marvel shits. All in 1 year.
Shit.
Disney's saying, hey man, we're losing TV shows. We need that now.
Yeah. For real. Yeah.
Also, when it also comes to Marvel, there's a rumor that came out, another strong rumor that Marvel bought the rights, finally got the rights to the Hulk. But it's a rumor now, but it's low key. So, because for the longest time they couldn't make a Hulk movie because they shared it with Universal.
Right.
So Universal said straight up, like, yo, he can be in your team up movies, but you can't make no solo movie. So they did that, but now I guess they got the rights to it. And yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. They got She-Hulk coming. I don't know if a Hulk movie would work now, like a solo Hulk movie.
Nobody cares anymore.
I mean, yeah, they set up his story.
Backed out from that fight with Thanos. Nobody cares.
Yeah, got scared too. Literally, yeah, he got scared and never came back.
We see the bitch in you.
He literally became a bitch. He became Biff. He became Biff Tannen.
Yeah.
He became Biff Tannen. That's who he became. Yeah. And also,
he was basically the co-star of fucking Ragnarok. So I mean, that's pretty much his solo movie.
Yeah. And then after that, there's another rumor that they're developing stories for the Defenders. So like Daredevil and Luke Cage and all them. So they're gonna try to bring them in somehow. But Kevin Feige got a plan, baby. Unlike fucking Star Wars.
Yeah, my God.
I know, right?
Let it go.
Oh, it's been gone. Tell Drake to let it go.
Shit.
Somebody got to get to the baby.
Yeah.
Somebody got to tell him to ease up a little bit.
In the words of Arnold, chill.
I appreciate the realness.
Chill.
I appreciate the realness, but sometimes you just got to know, like, all right, I'm at a different tax bracket right now.
Seriously, man.
Got to move a little different.
Pretty much he beat up some janky promoter for not paying him his money.
It goes deeper than that. So while he was arrested in Miami, it was for 2 reasons, actually. One, there was a warrant for his arrest because of an alleged assault in a Dallas airport that took place last year.
Shit.
Which, could hold some different consequences because the airport is federal.
Yeah. It's an airport.
But the reason why he was arrested in Miami was because he allegedly was supposed to be doing a show for $30,000. The concert promoter only paid him $20,000. So then he allegedly took it upon himself to punch said concert promoter, take $80, which by that is considered robbery, a credit card, and an iPhone 7. Which to me, if you are a concert promoter operating off an iPhone 7, it already sounds janky to begin with.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Seriously, like, come on. And that's not even to say, do any, you broke type shit. Like, No, there's just some things.
Yeah,
as a worker,
you expect
you would want to upgrade that type of shit.
Pretty much.
It should just sound janky from jump. He went into court and he made a little mistake in speaking.
Kept it too hood.
Yeah, when they were like, what do you have to say? And he goes, I got $250,000 in the hotel right now. They get that for you. And they immediately shoved him back behind the mic, like, don't say anything else. But as of yesterday, Sunday, January 5th, he has actually been released because the warrant has been pulled back from the Dallas situation. I don't know what that entails for the concert promoter because he still sounds like he's
gonna sue his ass.
Yeah, he's moving forward with charges, but at least from what I've read, that Dallas situation is coming out of play now.
The baby just needs to chill, man. Like you said, he's in a different tax bracket. You're one of the hottest rappers in hip hop right now. Chill. You don't need to beat up everybody. Get other niggas to do it for you.
Yeah.
Come on. I know you a real nigga, but real niggas need to let other real niggas do real nigga shit for you. Shit.
I just appreciate, again, it's just because of where he's at in his career now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I appreciate the consistency.
Same here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like,
keeping that same energy.
It's a consistent resume.
For sure.
He ain't run from nothing. It's just, now it's like Busby was saying, you can afford a payroll now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let them do that for you. Cats is going to catch charge for you now.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you don't got to do that for yourself. He went through that, so you ain't have to go through that.
Yeah. Stabbed the nigga, then he realized what he need. He got to get other people to stab people. Oh, speaking of Hov, y'all watch the Golden Globes?
No.
Me neither. But I saw Jay-Z and Beyonce showed up an hour late to that shit, and they looked zooted. Like, I could literally just imagine them literally at home, chilling, and they was just smoking and drinking like, we're supposed to go somewhere, huh?
They got this little shit to do, huh?
And then they look at the TV. Oh, shit, the Golden Globes. I'm nominated, huh? Yeah. We should get ready, huh? Yeah.
Fuck it.
I saw Beyonce's face. That didn't look like weed or alcohol. That looked like edibles.
That too.
Shit.
Yeah.
That did not look like smoke. That looked like pure
That's
edibles.
what I mean. She was zooted. Like, she just like, where am I right now?
She was on a whole nother planet.
You should have saw Hov. Like, it was sponsored by Moet or whatever. The alcohol beverage. Hov showed up there with a whole bunch of 2 bottles of Douce.
Yeah.
And who's gonna tell Jay-Z no?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I dare somebody.
And everyone's in the same tax bracket in there, so Beyonce probably didn't want to show up anyway because she didn't win nothing for Spirit. Nah, if it was bigger, the song bigger, she probably would have had a chance. But oh yeah, Joaquin Phoenix won for Joker. So round of applause.
Good for him.
Aquafina won too for what's that movie called? The Farewell.
Good for her.
Yeah, other people won shit too, but no black folks.
Yeah.
Don't surprise me.
Yeah, I don't think black folks were nominated a lot this year, but yeah. Anyway, Oscars are coming up, so hopefully, we're gonna get. Oh yeah, what won for Best Picture or not Best Comedy Picture? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That one, and then Quentin Tarantino won for Best Screenplay.
There you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
I just think these awards, they gotta find some other way to put these on because.
Well, what's his name? Richard. What's his name? The British guy.
Ricky Gervais, I heard his
that guy.
his
Yeah.
monologue was
that
great.
guy.
Yeah, his monologue was great because sometimes stars hate that he hosts because he keeps it real with them and he don't give a fuck. Like, what the fuck y'all gonna do to me?
Like I heard he brought up,
seen it.
I heard he brought up Epstein and he's like, I know he's your friend, I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Like,
Exactly.
like,
that was
huh.
the thing, dog. Like, he was just like blunt as fuck.
Yeah, that's why.
With
and
everything.
And he
I
was
was just
making
like,
hella people
I
uncomfortable.
respect you.
Yeah.
It's probably why Jay-Z didn't show up.
I don't understand you, but I respect you.
That's probably why Jay-Z didn't want to show up.
About that NFL partnership.
Oh, he would have brought that shit up. Woo, he would have brought that in Hov's face, and that would have been on every fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, we would have dialogue to talk about. Oh well, Hov went through that, so he got zooted on purpose. He knew the deal.
I mean, we got sports. There's definitely some stuff.
Playoffs.
I won't even say before we even got to the fucking playoffs,
NBA.
man.
Oh yeah.
No. This is still football related, but before we even got to the playoffs, Freddie Kitchens didn't even make it to Black Monday. They fired that motherfucker right after the game ended and said, you gotta leave Cleveland. Get your ass out of here.
Him, yeah. They got rid of him literally as soon as that whistle was blown, that owner walked on the field.
Fired.
You're fired.
Yeah.
I was ready for that.
Yep.
Hit him with the... That was how Del Rio got fired from the Raiders.
Literally
walking out from the Chargers
yeah.
game. They walked up to him and was like, yeah, man, you out. He's
Just like
what?
that?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, dog, you gone.
Yeah.
was like, shit.
Damn.
Damn.
That's Al Davis. That's vintage Al Davis right there.
Like, goddamn.
Can you imagine if people would have fired him literally on the phone? Like, can you call him up down to the sideline? You're fired.
Shit.
I mean, y'all know how Al Davis fired Lane Kiffin, right?
Oh, of course. With the
you know the story
PowerPoint?
about that, right?
I don't remember.
Oh, the PowerPoint?
Motherfucker made a
that?
PowerPoint presentation.
I remember
my
that.
old boss had to create the PowerPoint. He made a PowerPoint presentation
because
of why he deserved to get his ass fired.
And you pissed Al Davis, and then they win like 2 games. They were like 1-1. So he was, and the locker room kind of liked him and everything. Al Davis said, "Fuck out of here," and made a whole PowerPoint breaking down why he fired him. And that was on the news. Like he literally broke it down. It's on YouTube.
I don't remember, man.
I don't know. I'm not you, but I'm saying to the people. Yeah. It's on YouTube. Look it up. Al Davis gave no fucks. He did not like that man.
Nah.
He will not like Gruden either. He might be rolling in his grave that he's back.
Yeah, so Freddie Kitchens got dropped. Remember the Panthers let Ron Rivera go? Mm-hmm. Ron Rivera got a job before the Panthers could fill up that vacancy.
Yep.
So he's with DC now. Panthers are still looking to figure out what they're going to do with that.
And his DC is actually Jack Del Rio.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that whole thing in Carolina where everybody was like, oh yeah, don't bring back Cam Newton. That kind of backfired when he didn't look... Who was it, Anderson?
Yeah.
Or Kyle Anderson?
Kyle Allen.
Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, the last 4 games he looked like shit.
Trash.
Yeah. So that's going off. And then, of course, the good old Cowboys.
When they got eliminated was week 17, and I remember they announced, well, the Cowboys, this is the last Cowboy game ever because they are officially eliminated from the playoffs.
No, it wasn't because the Eagles game started at the same time.
No, it was a certain. Oh, that was the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders went into the game already eliminated.
Damn.
Cowboys and Eagles started at the same time, so that was.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was like, all right, so Eagles lose and Cowboys win. That's how it goes. The Eagles won with about 4 minutes left in the Cowboys game.
Yep.
So they had nothing to look forward to. So everybody, this
8-8.
I'm not gonna hold it against certain Cowboys fans because certain Cowboys fans at that point were like, "Yo, just lose so we get rid of Jason Garrett." Mm-hmm. It was just what happened for all of last week.
All of last week,
the
man.
news.
They didn't fire him. Like usually, you thought Jerry Jones would have fired this coach during the holidays. Like you thought that would have been it.
Yeah.
Nah, he prolonged this shit for a whole week. Like Black Monday, that's what they call it the day after week 17. Black Monday, right?
Yep.
We went past Black Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Went to Black Weekend, yeah.
And all the while, they're interviewing Marvin Lewis and Mike McCarthy.
When I heard Marvin Lewis, I laughed. I legit laughed.
If they would have hired him, I swear to God,
it wasn't the fact that they interviewed him. It was the fact that they're interviewing him and they still haven't publicly said that Jason Garrett is gone.
That was the shady shit.
Can you just imagine you bringing these guys in for the interview and Jason Garrett just sitting in his desk, just watching them walk past,
watching you in the office with the blinds open.
Yeah. That's what was funny to me.
And he was still showing up to work because wasn't Jerry Jones still talking to him and shit, having meetings?
They were still having meetings.
Yeah.
Come to find out, the whole time they kept telling him, "Yo, Jason, we're gonna go a different route." He kept trying to plead his case, and of course Jerry has a soft spot for him. Yeah. So the whole prolonging was Jerry just like, "Okay, we're gonna hear you out. All right, we're gonna hear you out." But everybody else was like, "Yo, we got it. Come on." We got moves to make. Let's get the fuck out of here.
And everyone looking at Jerry like, Jerry, what are you doing? Just like I don't got the heart, man. I don't got the heart, man. Like, what do you mean you don't got the heart? He was there for how many years? 10 seasons?
I think it was 10. It was like 10 or 9.
As a coach, that's what I mean.
As a coach, shit. You want to go back? Motherfucker been there for like 20, 25 years.
He's rooted.
See,
he's rooted in the Cowboys.
It's about business, homie. Yeah. How many times did they miss the playoffs? They went to the playoffs.
So he was there 10 times and they went 3 times?
3 times or 5 times.
No, they went 3 times.
3 times. Went there 3 times and it was always first round knockout. They
Except
never
for one.
One
they won a game.
Oh,
one. And then had Dez caught it, they would have been in the title game.
Oh yeah, that game.
Yeah.
He didn't catch it.
So they won before that though.
Dez didn't catch that.
Who did play on that shit? Was
Green Bay.
No,
I'm talking about the one before. Was it Seattle?
It was Seattle. I don't remember that.
No, yeah,
that's when Romo fucked up. Remember? When Romo was the holder, fucked up the hold.
Back when Romo,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and he sat there.
Both times the Cowboys. After that, both times the Cowboys lost to Green Bay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hate to see it. And then after all the other times you missed the playoffs, like barely. you got to go, homie.
Just mediocrity, man.
Yeah.
Well, I've always said every time I look at the Cowboys, and they could literally be the Patriots of the NFC. When I say that, I mean they could literally be running that division just off paper and the talent.
Off the talent.
Yeah.
Let's make that
year,
clear.
You would have thought they would be at least a 1 or 2 seed. They would be in the playoffs every year, but no, they'd be wild card, literally, like by the skin of their teeth, and then lose dramatically.
Yep.
And it's just funny looking at Cowboy fans, just like, why does this keep happening to me? Put yourself through that. Every year you think,
You did this yourself.
You did this
You have
yourself.
done this yourself.
Right!
Yeah.
Jason! Anyway, yeah.
So that took place.
He finally got fired.
Yeah.
On Sunday?
Just yesterday, right before the NFC game started.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got let go.
And literally the next day.
Bill Polian still got beef with Lamar Jackson for whatever reason. At this point, we got to know it's personal.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was one of the 3 people that didn't unanimously vote for Lamar Jackson for All-Pro for the year.
That shit's ridiculous.
Remember, this is the same guy that said that he should definitely switch over to wide receiver. He should not be a quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he kept that same energy, so for that I kind of respect that.
Yeah, I can respect that.
For me, it's not about respecting it. It's like it's right there in front of your eyes. Like, it ain't about respecting it. At this point, it's like I need an explanation. Like,
yeah, you fucking blind as shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, which one of your daughters did he fuck?
You just a nigger.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's,
all of them.
Yeah, it's personal.
No, we didn't bring up who the Cowboys head coach.
Mike McCarthy.
Oh, there you go. That's it.
Yeah, so they went ahead and Marvin Lewis. I knew that was,
The Cowboy
I'm
fans
telling you, man, if that would have happened, that'd have been the funniest shit in the
It would have
world,
been funny,
bro.
but I knew that was.
They would have had Jason Garrett and the other Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
the other Jason Garrett 2.0.
That was just affirmative action. But,
Yep,
but Mike McCarthy, who kind of effectively might be the same type of coach.
He is.
However, he does
Aaron Rodgers saved him.
He does have experience.
Aaron Rodgers saved him. That's the only reason why he was still there all those years.
That's the thing, though, man. Aaron Rodgers is just such a beast, bro.
And Dak Prescott is not Aaron
We're
Rodgers.
gonna find out.
Oh, we're
gonna find out if Aaron Rodgers
no,
is the one that
definitely.
saved him because
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers got a show out now.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah. He has to go against. Well, anyway, we done with Lamar Jackson. What else?
Yeah, a lot of people, they just not feeling Lamar Jackson, so he got that. And then there was Karen, who wrote into the fucking Ravens news, or just the Baltimore newspaper, when she found out that to celebrate his accomplishments, he bought the offensive lineman Rolexes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Dude,
she got mad about that.
She was like, I'm disappointed because they can all afford their own Rolexes. You should have just donated to charity in their name. And it's like, man, do you understand that quarterbacks do this since the beginning of time?
Yeah,
they buy their
seriously.
linemen
Tom
gifts.
Brady does that shit a lot.
Like, motherfucker bought them one time.
All the quarters do that shit.
What
for
did
their linemen.
what did Russell Wilson do for his linemen? Bought
them stock in Amazon.
Yeah.
But but Lamar Jackson bought his line that protects him on the field. Some cars or some Rolex watches.
Yeah.
Man, shut up, you white bitch.
What's the there was a quarterback that bought his lineman it's the Deeres, those driving things.
Oh, the John Deeres?
John Deeres.
Yeah.
That's a fucking great present.
That sounds like a Roethlisberger. That sounds like a Roethlisberger.
does, though.
Fucking.
I think that was Tom Brady that did it.
Yeah, I was thinking Tom Brady, but I have a feeling it's Ben.
Yeah.
I'm
Something
it
tells me
could have been
it's
either
like
of them.
Ben, yeah.
But like, nah.
Maybe Peyton Manning.
You always hear these stories about the linemen getting like watches, getting TVs, getting some type of subscription or
Because
whatever.
linemen are the most
I mean?
disrespected, like.
Most time they're
position.
disrespected. It's
Not
just they're faceless, literally.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they don't touch the ball.
They just block.
They're just
But
there to
they
get
save,
CTE.
Hey, man, but they be saving your quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Anyway. Niners nickel.
And I've been waiting, baby.
Number 1 in the NFC.
Yep.
It's been a long time.
Y'all didn't play yesterday, though, so I just want to
I know. I just want to say, because before we left,
man.
it was before the Seahawks games. No, it was even before the Rams game.
Was it?
It feels that way. Yeah, it was before the Rams game.
Fuck, I don't even
I
remember.
know.
Like, I seriously don't remember. Like,
It was before the
last
Rams
couple weeks
game.
been a fucking blur.
I know. I think it was even before the Rams game, yeah. So that's why we've been gone for a minute. But in case y'all don't know, live under the rock, the 49ers are number 1 in the NFC. And
I think they know.
Oh, they know now.
I think they know since.
But I'm just saying, in case some people were living under the rock.
That's their fucking fault.
I know.
And I'm not saying that to clown you or just move. I'm just saying, like, we already the wild card round is over. Like, if you don't know by now,
true, though.
you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know by now, that's your fucking
Fast
fault.
forward, the Niners are going against the Vikings. The Vikings literally beat the Saints at the Superdome.
With the same call that they fucking complained about last year.
Yeah.
Except on the opposite end this time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was wild. And it was just, first, I keep forgetting his name. Not the backup, number 7. Taysom Hill, man. That's a boy. That's a fucking...
Yeah, that's their all-purpose. That's why and as good as he is, that's the one player you can't draft in fucking fantasy football.
Nope.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck he's gonna play.
Yeah. He'll play.
And you don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah, and he's only listed at quarterback. You have to play him as a quarterback, even though he's gonna throw it twice a game.
Yeah, and he's a third stringer. He was a third stringer. That is wild to me. And it's like every time Drew Brees came out, I was just like, here we go. You know what he was gonna do. He's like, what's his name? Cordell Stewart. That's what he reminded me of.
Oh yeah.
He reminds me of Slash. Yeah, that's who he is. He's the new Slash.
Yeah.
Next season, he probably will be very exciting if they use him, right?
He's a quarterback.
Yeah, they've been doing that, though.
Now he's really going to be like...
No, they've been doing that for, like, at least another year before this.
I think it's been like 2 years.
He's been doing that?
He's been doing this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was kind of surprised how you were speaking about it.
I don't pay attention.
I was like, he had a rushing and a receiving touchdown a couple weeks ago.
Oh, no. I'm talking about this season.
And a couple weeks ago he had a receiving and a rushing touchdown.
I know that one. Yeah, I'm talking about
this
whole season. This whole season, I was just like, oh, wow.
He's literally been doing that the entire season.
Oh, wow.
The entire season.
Well, next season, he'd probably be more of a spotlight.
The crazy thing is, though, it's still up in the air as to who's the future of the franchise, because you got to remember, they still got Teddy Bridgewater.
And then they got him.
And him. Yeah.
It was like every time Hill did something, it was like Drew Brees had to come in and try to show he was top dog, and he ended up fucking it up.
Oh my god! You saw Tatum run for a big yardage, and I'm like, okay. Then I see Drew Brees come back in there. I was like, why is Drew back in here? And then all of a sudden, as soon as they hiked the ball, Drew fucking fumbled it.
Yeah,
I was like, wow.
It was like he was trying to. It was like everybody that kept saying, "Oh, you got to play Kyle Allen. You can't put Cam Newton back in." I was like, should have left Teddy Bridgewater in.
Yep. Yeah.
He was undefeated.
Yep.
Don't break the,
Can you imagine if it was Bridgewater and fucking Hill, like back to back like that?
I was doing it, and then they put Drew Brees back in, and fucks it all up.
That would have fucked everybody. Oh well, they lost.
That wasn't even the biggest loss. Biggest loss was in New England.
Oh my god!
And I've been waiting, baby.
See it, but the fact to actually see it was still nuts.
I didn't watch. I just saw the score. You were just like, wow.
Derrick Henry is a man, and I can say that. I can say that having stood next to Derrick Henry in a fucking preseason game. There's no reason for that man to be that big. That motherfucker's like 6'3", 240.
And he's running like
and he's running a 4.4.
Just solid. Yeah, he's a 4.4 runner.
So he's like Jerome Bettis-ish?
No.
Okay.
Bettis ain't got shit on Derrick Henry.
When I say he's 6'3", 240, that's just equate that to how LeBron looks.
Wow.
That's running. That's a running back.
A running back.
And he ran over the fucking whole Patriots.
He ran for 170 yards.
Jesus.
They had 75 passing yards. He was the offense.
You hate to see it.
Not really.
I mean, for the Patriots. Patriots fan, if I was a Patriots fan, I'd be low-key more in shock that we got eliminated in the first round, the wild card. But I'd be like, well, I look at my rings. Shit.
That's why you're not a Patriots fan.
Exactly.
See, there's the thing, man. You just got to understand there's a standard that the fans hold. Yep. So it's not about being like, oh, well, no, it's not that.
Yeah.
Because motherfuckers going to talk shit to you, and all you can do is say, well, the pass, I mean, what's everybody going to bring up?
That was the pass.
Exactly. So what the fuck good does that do you?
Fuck you. 6 rings, bitch. Tom Brady, bitch. And everyone say this might have been Tom Brady's last game with the Patriots.
It would have if they won and they went out to the next round and lost to,
Kansas City. Ravens.
The fact they lost to the Titans, I was, under the impression, that would be a nice spot for them to go, seeing as the Patriots connection. But the way they lost this one, I'm looking at it like, I don't think Brady's going anywhere.
Shit.
I think he's actually pissed off now.
I was
pissed off Thanos.
Too, like, I thought that would be his last game. When you said that, I was like, yeah, throwing a pick six is not the way to go out, man.
Like, if that's what I I wouldn't even be right with. That's the last image you want to leave as a Patriot.
Hey, look at Brett. Seriously, how did Brett Favre went out? He went out like
he could have gone out with fucking interception. It don't matter. Like that's what he does. He's like
same with Joe Montana.
Brett Favre to me is like Jameis Winston. He'll throw 30 touchdowns, but then he'll throw 30 interceptions.
Shout out to Jameis Winston.
Shout
30 for 30.
Exclusive club.
30 for 30.
Only one man in that club.
Seriously.
30 for 30.
But that's Brett Favre in a nutshell, though. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just saying, like,
so he could have thrown a pick six. I wouldn't give a fuck. It would have been normal.
But Brady's still talking like, I don't know. He's not giving yes or no answers. Like, that's what niggas do. If they don't give a yes or no answer, that means I'm gone. So
Brady talking like fuck everybody. We'll see you back next year.
Yeah, too.
Walking past Kraft like you get whatever fucking receiver I need. I'll be back.
One more year. How he I'm giving you one more year. That's pretty much what he said. One more. I'll be back one more year.
But it's crazy though because like a lot of the telecasts that are on and shit, they're talking about how he might go to either the Chargers or the Raiders and shit. Yeah. I'm just like, I can't see him going to the Chargers because they used to whoop on the Chargers back then. Mm-hmm. And then I mean, bro, the Raiders, Tuck rule.
That was the Oakland Raiders.
You know what I'm saying? I get you. It's still the Raiders, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Vegas Raiders is a whole new era.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like
you could say that shit, and remember this. I could kind of agree with that. I could see it. You know what I mean? But it's still at the end of the day. And also,
I'm not saying it's gonna happen. Like I said, I'm saying he's going back to New England.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it is a different era for the Raiders. A lot of fans ain't going with them this time.
The road in there too. Like that's just kind of
And also, wherever team Brady goes to, he's gonna be like the coach for that damn team. That coach means nothing now. You're not Belichick. I'm Tom fucking Brady. Man. I'm running this show now, and he has to run the show. That means more stress for him. He will listen to Belichick. He will listen to no other coaches. That's why I'm feeling like he has after this season or next season, just retire. Like you got your rings, you got your stats, you got everything. But, it is what it is. But you gone now. So just be on the couch. Yeah. He's probably practicing right now.
Bills was up 16-0.
and then Deshaun Watson.
Oh, my God.
My God. I saw that live. Shit. I literally saw the fucking, linebackers? Were they linebackers on the court, on the safeties or what?
Defensive ends, I believe.
They literally rushed that nigga. And I thought that was it. And then they literally collided with him at the same time. He literally just goes, spins around.
And hit Stills all the way down there.
And then he just runs. I'm like, wow. Wow.
That was your response. My response was like, I'd hate to be the Bears watching that.
Shit.
I'd hate to be the Bears watching that. Like that. Like, you have to fire everybody in the scouting and football ops. Period.
Yeah.
For taking Trubisky, like you just have to fire everybody.
Over Deshaun.
Yeah. You just got to. You got to let him go.
So Deshaun's the rookie, right?
No, Deshaun's in his fourth year.
Third and fourth year. My bad.
Yeah.
But I was just like, that's fire, and they beat the Bills. They came back. They came back. So.
Yeah, J.J. Watt swore off the pec injury?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He swore that off, and he was effective. I don't know how many sacks he had, but he was effective.
I mean, with the defensive lineman, it's not all about sacks.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You just got to get your hands in his face.
You just got to clog up space more than anything.
I wonder how Cowboys fans feeling. Like it's like they're watching the Clippers succeed in the playoffs.
Well, until the Texans win a Super Bowl, they don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
That's exactly how Lakers fans feel. Yeah. All right, good. Congrats.
Not even that. You got 16 to go, motherfucker.
Yeah. It's like, all right, congrats. Can you get to the conference finals first?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because now they got who they're going against. Oh, they're going against the Kansas City. Texans.
Texans are,
Oh yeah.
That'll be a good.
So we know for sure there's going to be a black QB in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
You just need to make sure that it's a complete black QB AFC title game.
It's probably going to happen.
Take care of the Titans.
That's probably going to happen.
Who's the quarterback for the Titans?
But that is going to be
Ryan Tannehill.
Oh yeah, get him the fuck out of here. Because they're going against the Ravens, right?
That's going to be one hell of a game.
Yeah, the Ravens and Titans.
Yes, a lot of people are overlooking that.
It's going to be like a defensive game, huh?
No, it's going to be offense. But the thing is that the Titans' bread and butter is the running game.
So if you shut that down.
Yeah, you got nothing there.
But still, bro, that's a difficult task in itself.
Yeah.
We just got to talking about Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then on the other side, Lamar and Mark Ingram, bro.
That's gonna be that. The way y'all describe it now, that is gonna be a game.
It's gonna be a smash mouth game.
Kansas
a
City
legit
and
old
Texans
school type game.
On paper, I
That's
hope
just
it's
gonna be a
game.
shootout.
Yeah,
that shit has to be a shootout.
I mean, even with the Seahawks beating the Eagles, and so the Seahawks going against the Packers, all the divisional games look great on paper.
Yeah.
All of them.
I have a feeling Niners and Vikings might be a classic. It's either going to be a classic or we're going to blow the... Hopefully, I got to use my words wisely for the universe.
Yeah, it's playoff time. You can't...
Yeah.
You can't
Knock
say...
on wood, motherfucker.
You can't say anything. Oh, it's any given Sunday at this point.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully, it's... I feel it...
Or Saturday.
Or Saturday.
Yes.
Any given Saturday.
That's when it is.
Because Niners been giving us classics. Like, after the fucking... the first Seattle game and after the Packer game, we gave everyone nothing but classics. Like, our top 5 games of the year, we were in 4 of them.
Yeah.
That was wild to see this. Both say all twos.
You guys are heavily favored. I'm not taking that against you. It's just playoffs, and all it takes is one fucking play.
Oh, I know.
To fuck everything up. That's exactly what happened to the Saints. I'm not saying the Saints and Niners are on equal, but I'm just saying it's
all
playoffs.
Yeah,
no.
All it takes is one fucking play.
Definitely that.
That's why I'm saying I'm just enjoying the show this year. Because even
and I will enjoy the show.
you will be at the whole fucking show.
In the fucking stands.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
You will be at the whole fucking show.
I
That's what I
can't
call
wait.
the San Francisco 49ers. We are the whole fucking show. Everyone's going to be watching. That's what I'm saying. We're going to put on classics. Giving you Pusha T. Pusha T said, giving you classics.
Make sure you're on the right side of this classic.
Oh, yeah, I hope so,
Shit.
too. Whew.
All that money talk shit goes out the door when the playoffs start.
Of course. And then, fucking Seahawks won.
Marshawn.
You could say you could
Man,
go.
when we left, Marshawn was, chugging back Hennessy.
That nigga was passing out Hennessy.
passing out tequila shots,
Yeah.
bro.
Getting drunk in the parking lot of the Raider
Now
game.
he's back scoring touchdowns versus the Seahawks.
Shit.
Hold my dick. Every time he touched that, I always say, hold my dick.
Right.
Even though he doesn't do it, I just like saying it. Hold my dick. That's pretty much what he does, though.
He went and ran another touchdowns, first one in a few years, and then DK Metcalf just...
He is
Jeez,
a beast, man. But I still, I'm kind of irritated by dude. Not because he plays good and nothing like that, but the
pacifier.
Yeah, he's got a binky, bro.
Yeah.
This motherfucker plays football with the binky.
Fam, when you're like 0.3% body fat, you can do what the fuck you want. I don't care.
Man, I get it, but you still got a binky.
I'm still
that
laughing
don't
at the
bother
fact.
me.
I'm still laughing that history repeated itself during week 17 during our game. How you were literally at the 1 yard line. You took your sweet ass time coming
my
out
God.
there. You could have beat us. I'll be mad. But no, delay of game. And I was like...
And I'm telling you, I really feel like Marshawn did that shit on purpose because he's getting paid per game. So he tried to add another game onto his season. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
No, because I remember I watched Inside the NFL and they had everyone mic'd up and you seen Marshawn. As soon as he scored, he turned right around and looked at Pete Carroll and stood like a fucking soldier, like, you know what the fuck to do. And he just jogs out there. And
See, that's what I'm saying, though.
Everyone's cheering.
That was the setup.
It was like a Disney setup. Like, oh, they're going to do it. Chris Collinsworth, like, here's a guy. And
And that play clock said,
Nope. Back that ass up. And then 1 yard line said, fuck out of here. Game of inches. We lost by inches. We won by inches. And I was like...
And we literally won by inches.
We lost by... No, the Atlanta game, we lost by inches. When...
Yeah, but that's
that was
old
an
news.
inch. That was an inch.
That's old news. But I'm talking about we literally won by inches,
That's what I'm
dog.
saying.
Like, Dre Greenlaw, I swear to God, dog, if he's not starting this weekend, I'm going to lose my mind.
Hey, man, but we have the whole core back.
I know. That's the crazy thing. Quan Alexander coming back. D Ford coming back.
Richard Sherman talking shit on Twitter.
Oh, yes,
He's talking
he is.
cash
Man.
shit.
And you know what? He's got the right to do
Definitely
so as
does.
far as
You
I'm
best
concerned.
They
man.
best hope he doesn't win Super Bowl. If he goes to the Super Bowl and wins MVP,
Oh, my God.
he will talk even more
Oh, my
shit.
God.
Oh, man. Don't blame him.
Yeah, not at all.
Took a chance, went to the Niners, Pro Bowl. Hey, we got a bunch of Pro Bowlers in there. We got Bosa, Sherman, who else? Kittle.
Of course.
Garoppolo's like
He's a fucking beast.
Garoppolo's like a reserve.
I mean, you know how that goes. If y'all go to the Super Bowl, it don't matter.
It really don't matter.
They ain't fucking gonna play in that
Yeah.
shit anyway.
Yeah, no, it don't matter.
Really, it comes down to the all pro
Pro.
twos.
Yeah.
Fucking Christian McCaffrey made it for 2 positions.
What?
Running
Specialist.
back. Yeah.
Nah, I got you. That makes sense.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Kittle's in there on the first team, and then Sherman and Bosa, I think, made it for the second team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I just realized we got like how many more weeks left of football? 4 more weeks.
Yeah, until the first Sunday in February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. Until the XFL, baby. I mean, it's football, so
Yeah. Keeping it with I don't know if y'all watched the college playoff games. Those, wow,
they were great.
that's just even the fact that LSU and Oklahoma was a fucking blowout. It was just the fact that Joe Burrow and the fucking offense broke every single record in the first half.
In the first half,
This motherfucker had six. He had six or 7 touchdowns by halftime, and the receiver had 4 going into halftime.
That's wild.
I gotta correct myself because I fucked up. It wasn't Bosa that made the second team. It was DeForest Buckner.
Wow.
Yeah, my fault.
So Bosa made
Shout
first.
out Oregon. No, Bosa didn't make it.
Oh, you didn't make it?
Yeah.
I thought you did.
Rookie politics.
all
No,
pro.
no.
Well,
That's all pro.
All
Yeah.
pros.
Yeah,
oh,
rookie
yeah.
politics.
He should be rookie defensive player of the year. Everyone keeps saying that he should be fucking coach of the year for the NFL. Some fucking coach. I think they're saying Harbaugh should be coach of the year. I'm like, so you're not gonna give it to Kyle Shanahan? Really? For Ford?
See, I understand that it should go to a playoff team, but Mike Tomlin
Yeah,
deserves
Mike
that
Tomlin
shit.
deserves to be in that.
Mike Tomlin?
Yeah,
For the Steelers?
For the Steelers, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Motherfucker didn't have nobody.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, he did.
And they were still there towards the end.
Yeah, because of the Steelers. Yeah, that's okay. I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Anyway. College?
Somber note. Well, back to college. Yeah. Joe Burrow broke every fucking record in the first half.
Yeah, you said that.
Was it Jefferson? The record for touchdowns in a playoff game was 2. The motherfucker got 4 in the first half.
Yeah.
Shit.
They were running them out. The fucking, I don't know if you've seen plays. It got to a point, Oklahoma was running a trick play, throwing the ball all over, and they finally threw it, and fucking LSU safety just ran up there and said, nope, and grabbed that shit right out the damn field. and they turned, it was like, all right, bro, like, there's nothing much to do. That Ohio State and Clemson game is a certified classic.
Really?
Shit.
Bona
That one I
fide
didn't
classic.
see.
Went down to the final seconds?
Yes.
And shit? Oh, shit.
Came down to an interception in the end zone with, I think, like 17 seconds left.
And they did all that for free.
No, they got paid for this one.
Yeah, they get paid.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Well, no, you didn't.
You gotta remember, these bowl games have heavy...
Yeah.
And it's not just these playoff games. It's all bowl games.
Yeah.
They're all heavily sponsored, so they get
Who's going to be in the national championship? Or we don't know yet.
LSU and Clemson.
LSU and Clemson. That might
The
be
all-Tiger Bowl, because both of them are Tigers.
Oh, shit.
Next
I didn't
Monday.
think about
I'm
that.
watching
Yeah.
that shit.
No,
That's next
I'll watch
Monday?
that
Yeah.
one for sure.
Oh, okay. What's it going to be at? Like, what stadium this year?
That's a good question.
I think it's the Sugar Bowl, right? So that's
Sugar will be New Orleans,
that's
won't
what I
it?
was thinking.
It's one of them. Because I know wherever they have wherever one of the big bowls is, that's usually where they have the playoffs. So I'm thinking it's there. I just know it's the national game.
Yeah,
Okay.
same here.
And
Didn't Harbaugh lose? Little brother Harbaugh? He was in a bowl game, wasn't he?
yeah, he lost to Alabama.
Yeah.
Motherfucker lost in the first fucking play. Like a 70-yard bomb, and I'm like, it don't matter what Michigan does the rest of this game.
And game.
And blouses.
Oregon won the Rose Bowl.
Yes, they did.
That was a good game.
Give me a hell yeah!
That was a real good game.
It really was.
It was a long fucking game. First half took fucking 2 hours.
Why?
It was long for no reason. Like before my brother and I looked up, we're like, dog, it's the first quarter still. It's like been an hour. What the fuck's going on?
It was just long for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
I guess.
Just the long. I'm like, all right, push. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's get it going. Come on, guys.
But hey, man,
Yeah.
I love college football playoff game.
Anyway,
I'll love it even more when they get to 8 teams. But I'll take it
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I get you.
And basketball, on a somber note, the greatest commissioner in all of sports, David Stern.
Passed
He
away.
lost his battle. Like we said before we left,
Yeah.
brought up the fact he had a hemorrhage, brain hemorrhage. He succumbed to those injuries and he died at 77 years old.
Yeah.
Like Martine and I were saying last time, like, you know, the Lakers fans in us, you know, we talk all that shit. You know, at the end of the day, that's still a human being. And not only is that a human being, that's still the best commissioner that just took a fucking league and made it into something that nobody in their wildest dreams could ever imagine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Turn that shit global.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember when he got
Yeah.
that shit, Michael Jordan was going into the draft
That's wild.
when he got that. So he inherited the first matchup between Magic and Larry Bird. He got Jordan when he first came out. Of course, Charles Barkley.
So he's seen it all.
He is the one that decided to build the league around stars.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about the teams. He was now making marquee matchups based on the actual individual players
Yeah.
going out against each other.
I remember I saw that clip when he did the, what's his name? Rome? What's that nigga's name? Mike Rome?
Oh, Jim Rome.
Jim Rome. Yeah. When he was all talking, when Jim Rome was like, is it true you fix games? And he was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he got bucked real quick.
And then he was like, is it true you still hit your wife? Oh, come on, man. Don't say that. Don't ask no fucking questions like that. What the fuck you talking about?
Nah, he was with the shit. Yeah. He was like, can't take that away from him.
Especially during the draft when everyone would boo his ass and he'll just pause and wait. Like, come on, boo me.
He was a man of the theatrics.
Yeah.
Definitely that.
He knew how to put on a show.
Yeah.
He was really good at that. Again, he okayed NBA players going and playing for the Olympics. Mm-hmm. He was the one that oversaw the branding in terms for salary cap. In terms of how they market that. He was the one that oversaw all the franchises, the new franchise coming in. Like when they pitched the Toronto, he was so blown away that he was just like, I mean, shit, if they want to join, why am I going to stop them? And then they built a plan, and 7 years later, the Toronto Raptors
30
are
for 30 going to be fire if they make it.
Yeah, like there's a lot on his resume that, you know, it far supersedes that, you know.
And again, they gave it.
That Chris Paul shit, that's all for fun and games. Whatever.
Yeah. And he passed the torch to fucking.
And he's picked a great successor.
Handpicked him.
Yeah.
He saw he saw the juice in Adam Silver. Like, you got the juice now, and literally got the juice.
Yeah, so definitely rest in peace and condolences go out to his family for that. They put the black patches on the jersey for him for the rest of the season.
That's what's up.
So it was there. Lakers was on a 4-game losing streak. Lost to the Clippers on Christmas Day, and they ain't lost since.
Yeah, what to say.
Everybody was talking the most shit, and then, you know, we upped that losing streak by 1 now. So.
It's like regular. It's like regular. It's like everything really is everything's back in balance now. The Warriors are trash now, but they're like, whatever. Niners are winning. Lakers are winning. Sharks they don't play yet, right?
They're kind of just treading water right now.
Trash. So, Giants are going to be mediocre again. A's are like, everything in Bay Area sports is like, oh yeah, Raiders are gone.
A's are going to try hard. Get to the playoffs and then fail.
As always, everything is balanced now in the sporting world, in Bay Area sporting world.
It's not even just that, just in basketball in general. Celtics are back at the top. So, you know, that has a lot to play into effect. Trade deadline's coming up in about a month, so now the rumors are starting.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Kuzma's getting brought up, and I'm like, you think?
Seriously.
In all honesty, if it wasn't for the fucking contract, you should have sent him over to New Orleans instead of Ingram. But
smoke crack, don't you?
You gotta do what you gotta do with that. But his trainer called out LeBron after the Christmas game.
Really? That was him that did it? I heard about it. I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, it was Kuzma's trainer that did it.
Oh, he gone.
Yeah.
So
you talk shit to the god? You're gone.
Yeah.
So he said that Kuz talked to him, said he didn't know anything about it. They made up or whatever. Kuz been playing like shit the last week.
Why did he make his hair blonde?
Man, there you go again with that shit.
No, I'm just asking.
Why do you think we know the answer to that?
Exactly. What the fuck does that have to do with his hair?
Why does Richard Sherman have dreads? You're a Niners fan. Explain that.
Because he's black.
That doesn't explain anything.
I answered it, didn't I? Didn't I answer it? I'm black.
That's racist.
I'm black because he's black. I answered the question, didn't I? No.
Well, ask me again.
Anyway, no. Fucking
ask me again.
Video of Lonzo, when Lonzo saw Kuzma.
Oh, yeah.
And then
he said, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, he literally just said, nah, bro. And Kuzma was like, what the fuck?
He's like, you got to stay with Bron.
Yeah, basically. They don't know when they play in Zion. I say just keep him out the rest of the season.
Keep him out the rest of the season.
Which makes it helps my prediction. I said Ja Morant was going to be rookie. And then you saw what he did to...
my God.
Sorbet or Sherbert, whatever the hell his name is.
I don't
on the
even
Clippers.
remember. What is it? Shamat?
Shamat, there you go.
Yeah.
He's guarding him out 3-point line. This nigga crossed him up, and that motherfucker spun in a circle all the way to the paint.
Not only that, Ja just sat there.
And Lou Williams just looked at him like, you caught one. Put it up, young man. Ja Morant shot that. That shit hit number net.
Serious.
Ja Morant is special.
That dude is
He is
amazing.
a special player.
Yes, he is.
He's only going to get better with time.
Something else happened.
He just needs to get off that team.
Lakers had a block party last night.
They had a block party?
Oh, yes,
we had
they
the most
did.
blocks since 2001.
Oh, block. I'm thinking of a party.
Gotcha.
Was Dwight Howard going to be in the slam dunk competition this year? I saw that. I read the report.
Yeah, and his contract, as of today, is fully guaranteed
now. Salute that man.
Wow, I never thought I would even say that.
Never thought you were there, but hey, the proof speaks for himself.
Like, seriously.
He is taking up that role like he promised, and he's just done phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's phenomenal. Like, I can't say enough about it.
Sent out a video of Kobe sitting with his daughter courtside and just describing, telling her, "You see that shit passing the ball? That's what you do not do. You shoot everywhere."
He was at another Lakers game. Was it the Pelicans game?
Probably, yeah.
Or was it another one?
One of
I
those.
just feel like he was there, and then the fucking Lakers, they just went off because he was there again.
All I remember is he was wearing the Eagles beanie.
Yeah, because it was right after
right after they got in.
I keep forgetting he's from Philly.
Yeah. He's just he brings a lot of life when he comes back. I appreciate that. Somebody gotta make him come back a lot more.
Seriously.
Let's see what else.
That block party was fun though.
Oh yes, it was.
Like Anthony Davis had like 7 blocks by halftime, I think.
Fucking JaVale was blocking everything.
He had a 3 too.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Fucking JaVale Curry.
Wow.
Incredible.
Great shit.
What else is going on in basketball? I feel like there's something else. The Queens want to trade for Kuzma. They want to give us Bogdanovich. I say, why not? Go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
I want to give Rondo away for Derrick Rose.
Man.
Then again,
the way Rose has been playing, dog.
Yeah.
Like seriously, that shit is.
Then again,
it's crazy.
I give Rondo
Just
away
overall
for
crazy.
an 18-inch TV with a VHS.
Same here.
So
Yeah.
he just. I want to explain this to you, Busby. LeBron and AD will go crazy. We'll be up by 19. As soon as LeBron leaves the game, the lead is now 5.
Isn't that what every team by LeBron?
No, the common denominator is Rondo is always on the court when that happens.
Yes. And he's running the point.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just a shit show.
You know what's funny though? Alex Caruso is number 8 in guards All-Star voting.
And everybody's mad at him for
Like
that.
what the fuck?
I thought his fault.
And my response to that is, why don't you just get down with the gang then? If you see what we're doing for Alex Caruso, imagine what we could do for you if you were a star.
Shit.
You know what's gonna be interesting? This is gonna be like the first All-Star in a while where we don't see Steph, KD, or Clay. Shit. Or
As of now,
Draymond.
we got 2 Lakers in. I don't care.
I know, you got about I'm just listening.
As of now, we got 2 Lakers in the game. We got a Laker in the dunk contest. I don't give a fuck.
And Caruso on the way.
Yeah.
Shit.
Bald Mamba on the way.
Fuck.
I feel like something else happened. Well, music dropped, kind of. Nothing really dropped.
Ish.
Justin Bieber dropped a new record called Yummy.
That shit,
Y'all didn't like the record.
that shit was
I didn't listen to it. I'll be honest.
The song, I think the song's cool. The video is just like,
Nothing
you've been
about that.
gone for fucking how many years, and you come with pink hair and looking like that.
Nothing about that creation was good in my ears.
I mean, whatever. I mean,
Like,
how
and
did
I
you get
want to
married?
explain. I want to explain how bad it was. Larissa is not one to criticize music when she first hears it because she takes forever to listen to new music, anyways. So when she hears it, she gives it a chance. She heard it play for 30 seconds. She looked at me. She said, "What the fuck is that? Because that is garbage."
What kind of shit is that?
And I knew right then and there. My baby says it's garbage. It's garbage. I was saying it was. You just put the stamp on it. I'm good with it. That shit was trash. I didn't want to hear it.
I mean,
The way you explained it earlier though, when you said that she said,
well,
who is that?
Yeah.
You talking about Bieber? It's like, whoa.
this is what somebody told me. This is not Karina, but somebody else told me. It sounds like a Chris Brown reference track. That's what someone said.
I can say that.
It kind of sounds like it. I mean, like I said, I don't mind the record. It's not nothing to jump for joy for. It's just like, oh, it's Bieber, but you could have came with something better, harder than that, Bieber. Come on now, I know you're better than that. He has a whole YouTube docuseries that's gonna be dropping. Like he's really this whole promo rollout for his album. I'm like, okay, because TMZ came out saying he has features from Kalani and fucking I think Khalid too. Travis Scott, Post Malone.
Of course.
Post Malone.
Yep.
I think it's dropping in March. So, yeah, Bieber the God is coming. Same with Timberlake. Same with a few other people. I don't know. Only album that we know is coming out for sure is Russ, and that's at the end of the month. Everybody else, everyone's
We know
playing.
Conway's dropping.
Yeah, Conway's dropping.
That too.
Yeah, him. But right now, everyone is kind of just like, all right, everyone's playing chicken right now. Who's gonna go first?
Not Travis Scott.
Yeah,
He gearing up
did on December.
He gearing up his JackBoys. He getting ready.
No,
For
yeah,
them.
boy.
They released that compilation. I was cool with that. I like that.
Like 6 tracks.
7.
Yeah.
7 tracks, 21 minutes. It got straight to the point.
Yeah.
It was, all right, Trav is working on some shit. Here's Sheck West, who we're familiar with. And then here's Don Toliver, who we got an introduction to. And we're going to put him with Quavo and Offset.
Yeah.
And they built up a fire-ass track. And then they put the new cat, who's actually from Inglewood, Luxury Text.
He's from Inglewood, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Looked him up. So I was they didn't try to overfeed or try to oversell.
It was an appetizer.
They just gave right an appetizer to let you know what they got planned for this year, and I'm cool. I'm really looking forward to Don Toliver's album.
I think that was like the last album that dropped for the year 2019. I think that was literally the last one.
Yeah.
So after that, because
it's number one. It's going to debut at number one now.
Debuted at number one, yeah. What's crazy is that last Friday, only just that Justin Bieber single dropped. Nothing noteworthy dropped at all.
Of course, it's the beginning of the year.
Yeah, the year,
You could say nothing noteworthy, but there was still some shit.
Like who?
Like your favorites.
Okay.
SOBRBE. They
That's
dropped.
your boys.
Yeah, they dropped an album. Strictly My Brother. I still haven't gotten to it yet. The boy dropped the extras because he's gearing up for his album, YWN Volume 2. And Currency. Back at Bernie's.
Dropped. Okay.
Yeah, and that shit, bro, I'm telling you, Currency just does not miss, man.
Mm-hmm. He just constantly works.
It's like, if you know Currency, you fuck with Currency, you will love that fucking album. I promise you that.
Yeah. I know we made predictions about this year or whatever, but yeah, I was just thinking about what's gonna happen this year for like the heavyweights that are gonna drop. Cause I see Timberlake dropping, Bieber's dropping for sure. The three-headed monster is gonna come out, like Drake, Kendrick, Cole. I saw a tweet from somebody that just said Kendrick is coming, and that was like last week. And it was like, yeah, he got tired of y'all talking. So I was like, oh, so I wouldn't be surprised if he drops first quarter. That'll be some shit.
See, me,
That'd be interesting.
I'm excited about this year's drops, but I only care about the heavyweights in terms of I'm a fan of you. I've been a fan, so I do want to hear what you're working on. Mm-hmm. But in terms of the overall picture, I am highly anticipating this next era and wave of artists.
Oh, yeah.
My main focus is on them because this is what's going to take off and set the tone for the next
this is
12
no longer
years.
the blog era. This is
officially the streaming era.
Yeah.
So I want to see how they maneuver through all this.
Because there's no more blogs to give you that cosign. Like, you got to literally build your fan base from the ground up by yourself.
And speaking of it being the streaming era and then the whole, the new era, right? Roddy Ricch started it off, fucking #1 song in the country.
Right.
Yeah.
Shouts out to him.
What was the song? Water?
Nah, The Box.
The Box. Yes,
Yeah.
The Box.
#1 album too.
#1 album. Yeah. Yeah.
He's doing it.
He's setting the tone right.
He's doing
it.
it.
Again, it's not to say I don't care about the heavyweights. It's just, all right, cool. I have enough. I've grown up with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
seriously.
My adult life has been spent with you for the most part.
I see Kendrick and J. Cole gracefully bowing out during this decade. They're gonna gracefully bow out sometime during this decade. I don't see Drake gracefully bowing out. They're gonna have. He's
going to be the interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how he maneuvers this decade, for sure. Where I'm coming from though is, I've been seeing them reason freestyles.
Oh yeah,
that's where my attention is.
Yeah, that's somebody nigga.
That's where my attention is at. Kendrick there's nothing Kendrick can do to
impress
do anything for it. Like, he's a top 5 in my list.
Yeah.
All time.
So there's nothing. Because I was listening to the Black Panther soundtrack and I got to Seasons and I listened to his verse again and I was like, ugh, that shit. I will never forget when I heard his verse and I'm like, let me look this guy up. And you couldn't find this shit nowhere. I was like, the fuck?
Yeah. Ghost, man.
It's a ghost. Literally, he was ghost.
So him, of course, they hyping Benny up because they're saying Benny's got more coming this year.
Of course. Yeah. That's not surprising.
So it's again, you can see the tide. You can see the tide turning back to.
I want to go to some.
Now you gotta know how to rap for us to, That's not to say that the cats that focus more on melodies and all that aren't still gonna top the charts. It's just now that the streaming era has actually opened up for cats to, cats can say, oh, they're underrated, but then the fucking tweet hits 39,000. So it's like, how underrated are you? Because everybody's recognizing it.
For your antics.
You know what I mean? So if anything, it's just now we just have a wider spectrum. You know, I can enjoy the melodies only and at the same time hold the lyrical miracles near and dear to my heart.
You got the JIDs, you got the causes, you got the reasons, you got, because right now, MMG, they're like the OGs now. Meek, Wale, Ross, they're the OGs now. J. Cole's the OG. Kendrick's the OG. Damn, we OGs.
Yeah, they're the OGs. So that's why I'm very interested to look at this new wave of artists.
We're looking at.
Even in aspects, JID is an OG. He's 29. I didn't realize that. He's 29 years old. He's gonna be 30 this year.
On his second album,
but he's kind of had a large.
I'm talking artist.
No, but even then, 30, you've lived.
Yeah.
29, 30, you've lived life. So you have a difference.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away because Benny's 35. It's just, I thought he was a little bit younger. I didn't pay attention to age. So I thought he still, was, he's a tweener now.
Shit. It's just crazy because not this last decade, but the last one in our decade growing up, we looked up at the Hoes, and Nas's. Now they're gracefully bowing out. Then it was Kendrick, Drake, and Cole. And, then they're going to be gracefully bowing out. So I wonder who's going to be the next three-headed monster. Yeah, they all come up sporadically in the same year, so... I
guess that's what it is. I'm looking for the future heavyweights.
Yeah.
So I still have interest in the heavyweights. It's just...
Who's going to be the next feature?
Yeah, because it's like...
Who's the next one up?
Right, because again, for me, it's when you speak about... Everybody else's, in my opinion, on my lists, in my mind, all of their careers have pretty much been formed, and that's... You can't really say much to me about anybody's career from the last decade that was on an elite status as far as I'm concerned. So when I say that their music's... I'm not saying I'm not excited for it. It's just as a fan, cool. You dropping, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah, for sure.
But my attention is I want to start having an idea to start scouting, like, who's coming out.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Like, who are we gonna be talking about for the next decade and shit?
But they're gonna pop up, Sarab. They're gonna pop up. Yep. You're not gonna see them coming.
And even when I say JID is a tweener, Reason is a tweener too. He's 29,
Roddy Ricch, the baby, all them. It's just like we're gonna wait and see. I can't wait.
The baby's older too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's in that tweener range also.
Very interesting. Big Sean's an OG now.
Yeah,
that's quick. Two Chainz is an OG.
Oh, he's been OG.
Well, I mean, he's been an OG. But, I'm talking about projects and it's like
2 Chainz was serving Bubba Chuck.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Anyway, finally, anything else y'all want to talk
about? Rest in peace to RBC Bugsy.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Rapper out here in the Bay, from Richmond. I wasn't really too much up on game with his music. I do know of the positives he was doing within the community.
Yeah.
I forgot the date, but he was out in Atlanta with, I believe, another artist, and they shot them up.
Yeah.
And they were dead, I think, right at the New Year or just right before.
It was that's when I found out New Year's. That's wild.
Yeah. Unfortunate. I found out because of Rossi and the rest of HBK.
They're affiliated with
Prince Soul as well.
Shit.
Yeah. So I was reading up. I checked on Rossi, see how he was doing, and everybody under the circumstances is trying to pull together. But that's for the city of Richmond and East Bay Area in general. There's a lot of people who were affected by that untimely death. So I would definitely want to say
he was connected, and so R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace and condolences to him and his family. Speaking of Prince Soul, shouts out to friend of the podcast.
Calvin got a job.
The man got a job with Nike, and not just the Nike store. Like, he's packing up, going out to Oregon to Nike.
That's what I say to all my friends when they
that shit has to be a dream come true.
When I say that to all my friends, they always get like a new job or something big. I always go, "Oh, Calvin got a job."
You gotta say it, huh? But yeah, you gotta say it when that. Yeah,
Calvin
seriously.
got a job.
But yeah, now he's gonna be working in the corporate office, so that's. He ain't working out the store. He's gonna be doing something.
He's doing some real shit.
Yeah. So shouts out to him.
Now, hoe ass nigga in office. Yeah.
Right. And I've been waiting, baby.
We'll finally talk about it. Make it real quick. This motherfucker. On the second day of 2020, he just said, "Oh, you gonna impeach me? Watch this."
And I've been waiting,
baby.
This
motherfucker sends a missile to the vice president. I don't know.
The equivalent of what would be America's vice president.
He was like a colonel or some shit.
A high-ranking colonel in Iran, and killed him. And Iran's like,
what kind of shit is that?
The whole world is like,
what kind of shit is that?
And Iran is just like, we coming for you. Americans, nah, y'all cool.
And then to make it the most gangster shit,
man,
motherfucker went to Twitter and posted the flag like he was banging on the set to let it be known. Nah, don't get it twisted. It wasn't the neighbors. It was me.
Nigga said gang. The gang USA gang. gang, man.
I want to make it perfectly clear.
We have no
I do not associate with Trump. I do not fuck with Trump. Like,
we all know
he is the least ranking on my list.
Fuck Donald Trump.
But I gotta say,
That's the anthem.
a man that talks that talk and then backs it up with action, I can look from afar and give you a head nod like, all right.
But you know they're coming for you now.
All right, you did that.
Like, honestly, the Iran they were saying death to America, but they were saying, no. We ain't saying to the civilians because we know y'all had nothing to do with this. We talk about y'all leaders, and we will get you back.
See, that's the wild thing when you really sit back and think about it. They know we don't fuck with Trump like that. You know what I mean?
Like, we're coming for you. And a report came out saying they're coming for you so bad, they're on your head. They put a bounty on his head for $80 million. American dollars. That's the equivalent. No, to put this in perspective, Bin Laden had a $25 million bounty.
To put it even more perspective, they need to up that bounty because it's $100 million less than Tobias Harris for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
That ain't enough, Chief.
I mean, we're laughing because Twitter went ham with the World War III tweets.
2012 Twitter came back, and I was round of applause. I was so proud.
I got off because it got too much for me.
I welcome that shit with open arms.
Yeah,
they were going ham, and it was like, oh man, this is too. I was like, it's not funny because it really was not funny. Even I had to log off, but some of them, they really did make me chuckle. They made me go.
I was funny. I just didn't understand how cats were. They were making it seem like we were talking about all the soldiers, and I say we because I put myself in it because I was laughing. So right. I was, not gonna say it's all that. I was laughing at them. It was just I didn't read that. So if that was the case, I clearly didn't see it. I just saw cats saying when we go, when the draft comes. It was just they weren't talking about cats that are actually in the services.
Yeah,
I felt like that was like they were trying to bring that confusion into. And then I also saw when they were trying to. Like when it was spouses and they were trying to go at people like, well, fuck you, this, and that. And then I just saw the coldest responses, which was like, motherfucker, you can't hold us responsible. You signed up for that shit, not us. And I was like,
no, we're cold. Niggas hiding behind that keyboard, man. The keyboard is a privilege. Niggas were talking that. They were even mocking the
they were sending them,
their language
in Arabic,
and shit.
In Arabic writing.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
Behind the keyboard, using Google, behind the keyboard, talking that shit. I'm like, oh, man.
They got wild, but I'm one that I like 2012 Twitter, so you know.
No, I mean,
I like
don't get me wrong.
Too.
Once you go down the rabbit hole, I'm not one to be like, oh no, that's too far.
The jokes was good, man.
Yeah.
Me personally, there's a limit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like, there's a limit for me. But it just
Arabic words and shit like that.
But
like,
it was the perspective.
Much,
no, it was like you really wanted the troll. You really wanted them LOLs and the retweets.
Oh yeah.
But then it's like
that's all they was doing it for. Though. That's the crazy
exactly.
part.
They wanted the attention. The trolling. Yeah. Trolling could get you fucked up, and they are dead the fuck serious about coming back. But they said, we don't care about the American. We don't care. American, you go. We want that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So to that motherfucker, they in your head. They're about your head, boy. Because I was looking at Trump. Trump has to show his face. He's scared himself. He's probably looking out the window like, oh shit.
I don't think he's scared. That man sitting behind $2 trillion worth of armed services. Do you think he's scared?
To vote, motherfuckers. 2020 is the year.
Seriously.
Oh shit.
Get him out of office.
I mean, you want to get him out. It's just,
I know.
He made a heavy-ass play because history always tells us when a president starts a war,
they usually get reelected.
You vote him back. Well, I'm not saying we vote. When a president starts a war, history shows they get voted back in to finish what they started.
But the thing is...
But the funniest aspect of it is that he said... Obama was going to do all this and tweeted all of it.
And made a video about it. And then he did the same shit.
Yeah, and it was like... And all the supporters were like, yeah, we support him. Good job. And it was like, well, just 6 years ago, you was... Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, so if Obama would have did the shit, it would have been cool. But since this motherfucker did it, all right.
And then did you see Sean King's tweet? About the drone?
What did he say?
He said,
oh, shit, yeah, I seen that.
He said the same drone that they used to kill that man was authorized by the Obama administration years ago. And I looked at that, started laughing. I was like, fam, don't look for Brother Nature's assailants.
I'm so glad.
Fuck out of here.
I'm so glad he needs to shut the fuck up. He'd be talking out of his ass. And I really see what he'd be saying. He'd be talking out of his fucking ass.
It wasn't even that I was mad at that. Because if it's the truth, it's the truth. Which I ain't mad at the truth.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that he's been bitching and complaining about Trump like everybody else, but then he comes back and he's like, well, it was Obama's okay. It's like
he wants to keep that same energy. I'm like, no, we're not keeping that same energy, bro.
For sure.
Like, you don't understand. We like Obama.
No, but I think that's what he was trying to say. Is like fucking, you had to use something that Obama passed. You know
I
what I'm
didn't
saying?
take it as that.
I understand, but I'm saying like I know how you took it. I got it. Believe me, that's how I saw it at first. Right? Someone else told me the same shit. Was like, maybe it was because he was trying to like say if it wasn't for Obama, you wouldn't even have that fucking drone. And to that effect, I kind of agree with him.
See, to me, it doesn't matter. Once you bring up Obama,
everyone just blacks out.
The narrative switches, so it don't even matter if he meant to.
Everyone loves Obama.
The interpretation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but I can see where you're coming from. Right. Yeah.
And you white?
And you white saying that your mom's a whore.
Yeah, that part.
Just shut the fuck up.
Saying your mom's a whore. Like, all right, bro.
Your mother's
Where does it stop?
And sucks cocks in hell. And sucks dick sideways, too.
What the fuck you think you is, Dre?
Fuck. Shit. Burn in hell, nigga. Anyway, that was on the second day of the new year, too.
Yeah.
Second day of the decade.
I know, right?
Shit.
Anyway, I just can't wait for the music. I can't wait for the movies. There was hella shit on Netflix that came out. This one show called Messiah. I kind of want to watch that shit.
I saw it and it doesn't intrigue me one bit.
Netflix been coming out with that. Boom, 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 boom.
Amazon Prime. There's a lot of shit on Amazon Prime. I'm like, I'm going to start that.
Disney Plus is kind of like, okay, we got to load our clips. I'm like, yeah.
Disney Plus got Proud Family.
First two. How many seasons? What's 2
seasons? They only
seasons?
had 2 seasons.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow. How many episodes?
Like 43 or some shit like that.
Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough, yeah. Yeah. A lot of movies, a lot of shit. But anyway, this is episode 164.
Yeah.
64 of the Illogical Sense podcast. You can always follow me on the Twitter. Shout out to Mr. Fab at Mr. Busby4 lowercase 08. You can follow the podcast at Theological SP on Twitter. And of course, you can follow us on Instagram at The Illogical Sense. And of course, on the Facebook.
Give me a hell yeah!
And of course, on all social media, you hear me, JC No
Hats!
Anybody else have them fucking problems with Instagram and the Linktree links?
Nah.
Nope.
Didn't you have one? You had to delete it, go to
I saw it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to post a link.
Yeah, they still fucking up and acting up, so...
that's
at this
crazy.
rate, at any given rate, when the throwbacks come back, I'm just posting
the link
to the Twitter account, and you can get the links from there. Because Linktree's still fucking up. Because Instagram is associated with Facebook, I create a special album for all the playlists.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone that had that Linktree link is gone.
It's broken, yeah.
It's no longer in my Facebook album. Just completely gone. So if anything, if you are a fan of the throwbacks, just follow my profile on Tidal, Apple Music, or Spotify, and you will get updated every single time a playlist drops. Because at this point, I don't know what's going to stay. I don't know what isn't. So
just got to post a link on the Twitter and the title. Yeah, Elliot Wilson will see you on the title link. Elliot Wilson will see you on that title link, and he won't like it.
Shit. That's all you need.
Yeah.
I know, right? Gotta have him on the show one day. That'd be fire.
That'd be dope, man.
All right. We got a lot. Me and him got a lot of history, good and bad.
Shit.
I'm asking him all about XXO.
That too. And then you played yourself on Rap Radar when on the blog shit. Because he was one of the, during the blog era, Rap Radar was one of the top blogs out there for good and bad reasons. They had the exclusives. He had the, what's it called? Step Your Game Up. It was a Step Your Game Up or the Pick Your Bar Up. I don't know. A lot of shit. You?
Yeah, you can follow me at Beats Be Killing Them on every social media. And search Venomous, spelled VNMS, on all your digital streaming platforms. And be ready, because January 14th, I had to change the date for a fucking second time.
Really?
Because Spotify was being stupid.
Stupid!
January 14th, I'm dropping a new song called Line in the Sand.
Whoa!
It's just bars.
On bars.
On bars.
On bars.
Served with more bars.
Bars, son.
And bars.
And bars.
Yeah, more bars than 6ix9ine.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I got more bars than Pelican Bay.
He got more bars than REY!
Just make sure to hit French for that.
I know.
I'm saying, man, I need that hack French. What up?
Yeah, shout out to Karina too. Oh yeah, I forgot. Shout out to Karina too. Her fucking, one of her songs is gonna be on Grownish.
Yay! Shouts out.
Major look. Anyway, we are out this bitch. Happy New Year, you bitch ass niggas.
Go Niners.
Peace.
Boom, 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 boom.